paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. In a roof vampire pot, then the goblins are hobbling round, coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions upon it, people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody, aka Camelot331, wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went, and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoking rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's hot and loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks. Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, you big old bitches in the chat? We're back. What is today? Tuesday. Couldn't stream yesterday. There's no way in hell I was gonna be able to do that, guys. Sorry. I won't be talking about why, because I'm not gonna be able to. So I'll get one word in and I'll fucking lose my shit. So we're gonna avoid that topic. But at any rate, we're gonna have a fun show. I'm drained mentally and physically, man, and I was at a convention all weekend, and it's been a lot. So I appreciate you guys showing up and hanging out and hitting the like goal for the first time in forever. So let's have some fun. We're going to look at some memes. We're going to talk about pirate software. We're going to talk about Vshojo. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to dedicate some time to our boy, Aussie Osbourne. Always a fan. Even when I wasn't really a fan, I was like, oh, Ozzy's too mainstream. I still fucking loved Ozzy. Even when I was thinking those things, you know? Even when I think, oh, Ozzy's too mainstream, oh, I still hear fucking Fly High Again in my damn ears. You know what I'm saying? I still hear it. I still hear Crazy Babies. I hate that song. Fucking hate it. Crazy Babies. Like, why, Ozzy, why? So we're going to talk about everything. And I'm going to kind of lean on the chat a little because I need it. And I know I say that a lot lately, but I've been going through it. A lot of people had no idea what I was going through last week. And you didn't know until recently. So I think everybody did not expect what was going on. Some people knew. But at any rate, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for liking the stream. Thanks for killing it. Big shout out to Billy Hatcher with $100 super chat. Says this has been a wild week while Iron Mouse quitting Vshojo, and then the company completely collapses, and then Ozzy dying today. It also sucks about your dog. Yes, hope you're doing all right. Yes, I'm doing fine. I appreciate you, Billy, for your $100 super chat, dude. I love you, dude. Thank you for always supporting your boy. I really do appreciate that. That's a third of the way to Naked Snake already, so thank you, man. Really, really appreciate that. I will be at Indianapolis this week, Friday. I'll be racing in the ARCA race, and I'll be racing in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. So it's going to be a very long day for me. 350 laps, I think, almost 400 laps. It's going to be a long one. So, what, Ozzy died? Yeah, Ozzy died today. Rest in peace. So, don't miss that. I'll be in the 9-car in ARCA, and I'll be in the 2-truck in the truck series. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Very, very excited to do it. I'm excited to get back to the track and get my mind off of things for just 2 seconds. So appreciate you guys. If you guys are interested in becoming an associate sponsor, I have a day left. I have 1 day left. DM me or say something in my damn chat or something. So we can get a set of tires and make my life a little bit easier. So thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, dude. Billy Hatcher, everybody. Thank you so much. A third of the way to Naked Snake. Thank you. A pink from a Rainbow Night already. Damn. Thank you, man. Hack Dog says, Cody, sorry for your loss. Stay strong. If you need to go watch the music video for Beach Seat by Chase Wrights. Hits on so many levels. I'm not trying to cry right now. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. No more. Hack Dog. Stop. No more. Thank you, man. Appreciate the orange boy. I love you, dude. It's been a weird couple days, man. Weird couple days. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Had a lot of fun at the convention, though. It's fun. Sarah Ray gave me a damn symphony bar. Woo! Hot diggity damn. I got drunk every night, and I ate that symphony bar every night at 2 a.m. in my undies, Sarah. I was in my underwear, Sarah, on my hotel bed, eating the symphony bar, drunker than hell every single night. Thank you, Hack Dog. Appreciate you. Danielle says, random question, how do you prep your chicken and rice meals? Oh, that's easy. You can do it. You can boil them. You can do whatever you want. But nowadays, I air fry an ass load of chicken. And I'll actually just put them in wraps and cheese. That's what I do now. But back in the day, I would season them, and I would just make a metric ton of rice. I was very bad at it. It was always squishy and gross. And I would get the chicken, and I would broil the chicken, and I would just cut it up and put it in separate containers. It was very easy. But nowadays, I use an air fryer because it takes 2 seconds. So hell yeah, based. Thank you, Danielle. Love you. Appreciate you. The beautiful Danielle joining the party. Shani, here for you, my dude. Thank you. Holy ozone fake news. Ozzy can never die. Thank you, Rob. I hope I see you soon, Rob. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, my man, for the go boy. And then we're at a rainbow night. Do I have celery and carrots? CPP. Do I look like a rabbit? Shani says, I give you this. Oh my God, it's a pink boyfriend. This is an old school stream today. We got a pink from Shani. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. And congratulations. I see you freaking dropping some serious weight. Proud of you. I thought I did. I might have been making this shit up, but I thought I saw a picture where you did. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, what's up? Thank you, Shani. I appreciate you. Thank you. Look at that pink boy right in my face. That's where I love it, right there in my face. Thank you. CPP, thank you. Thank you. Lost 30. That's a lot of freaking pounds on a little girl, dude. That's like 100 pounds on my ass. Thank you. You're right there. You're almost within range of getting the camel sauce. That's a joke. You're about to make the cut. No, positive thing to watch right now if you want to laugh. Look at Marcus Adventures. It's a weird worm man thing in VR chat. Oh my god, dude, VR chat makes me lose my shit because it's like little kids screaming, and I hate little kids, but I love when you troll them and they take it serious. That's the funniest shit. All right, guys, we hit 130 likes. Can you believe it? Can you feel it? I can feel it, bruh. Oh my god, we already got a member. 130 likes. 200 people watching. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. We're going to jump into the sauce. First things on the dock today, we're going to talk about Vshojo. And the reason I am is because I've been finally following it and I've been really liking it. And also, I'm tired of these corpos, man. I have experienced it firsthand. Okay? I have experienced it firsthand. So it's fun to see when they get a little wrecked or exposed. So we're going to talk about that today. You guys know I've been through the shit with them. So, hey, man, what's up? Holocron, what's up, dude? So we're going to have some fun. Neil Nehi says, I gained 10 pounds. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks, man. Oh, man. You weeb? No! What? No! I will never weeb. I do not do the weeb. Weebs for losers. I am a man. I'm a man. Okay? Stop with this nonsense. All right, so first we're going to watch Iron Mouse because Iron Mouse was the big story. So Iron Mouse left Vshojo. And if you don't know what Vshojo is, it's hard to say. Looks to be a organization that fields a bunch of VTubers or does their management stuff, just like Fishman or anything like that. What's the other one? Holo Live. They always have weird names. Can they not just have normal damn names? I guess FaZe is pretty normal. Alexander PC. Hey, man. Hey, man. No, that's for damn sure. Alexander PCs are goated. By the way, I haven't announced it. I'll be in Chicago. What's the date, Alexander? I'll be in Chicago doing an appearance for at the Sim Racing Expo. Pretty sure. With Alexander PC. It's going to be fun, dude. Very excited. All right. Iron Mouse legitimately makes me want to build a killdozer. Oh, my word. All right. It's time for PlayStation 8 dead. Oh, my God. What's up, dude? Hey, man. Hey, man. This dude went drinking on me every night. He's the GOAT. Sim Gaming Expo. September 5th to September 7th, I'll be in Chicago. Chicago. Hell yeah. Ask for Nick setting chains back. Okay, I will. I looked all for it on Google before the stream, Peachy. Could not find it. Arca News says, happy you're back on Arca. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. Look, dude, when I saw there was going to be like, I think you posted it, actually. I'm pretty sure you posted that it was looking like 34 or 35 cars. And I was like, damn. So I called Andy. I was like, hey, man, what you got? Can you squeeze me somewhere? And he's like, I got you, fam. And I was like, all right, cool. So we're going to be there. All right, let's start the show. Appreciate you guys. We are only 3:10 from Naked Snake, 10 minutes into the show. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Can you feel it? I feel it coming. Is it a fight milk kind of night? Oh, my God. I haven't drank whiskey in a while. It'd be nice, man. All right, dudes, let's do it. Let's talk about Vshojo and have some fun. First, we're gonna watch Iron Mouse's video real quick. It's very short, and then we'll move on to my boy Rev. We're gonna talk about some Rev. Have some fun with some Rev. I love me some Rev, dude. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, you barely get to see me, Rob. I'm gonna be in freaking cars all damn day. Let's pop on the headset and let's have a good time. Make sure you guys like the chat. Let's see if we can get to 300 likes today. I think it's very easily possible. And let's start the show. Let's start the show. I've taken a lot of days off because I just can't. I've been in a bad place mentally, guys. And I think it's for legitimate reasons. You guys know. If you know, you know. So I appreciate all the super chats. It catching me kind of up on the revenue game because I'm getting owned. Because I just, whatever. You guys get it. Your snake streak will end tonight for what you said about the weebs. I'm sorry, weebs. Look, dude, I love Avatar The Last Airbender. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. It's like my favorite freaking show of all time. All right. Oh, my God. I used that joke on a guy at the convention, and he totally just agreed with me. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. I didn't get him. Oh, my God. There will be one DNQ. Oh, I know. I'm well aware. Who do you think it's going to be, Arca? You call it. Call it. Call it. Oh, my God. Mushy Lizard's here. Look at him. By the way, Alan Jones with a $5 super chat. Appreciate it, dude. Love you, dude. Appreciate you, Alan Jones, my boy.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo with the.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that some corpo would mislead their talent. I'm very shocked, actually. I can already guess where this is going, but we're going to continue down the rabbit hole a little bit and see exactly what's going on here. Oh my God.
Information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know.
Shocking. So it looks like, if you're following this already, Vshojo apparently owes charitable funds taken in to a foundation of over $500,000. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of the dude with the giant beard and also a very giant body. I'm sorry. Okay, look. I'm sorry. Okay. But you guys remember Gerard? Old Gerard? How he owed $700,000, probably more, to charity that he scooped up for years and years and just claimed that he just never remembered. And he didn't really know. And he's not actually in charge of anything. And he just stands there. It's totally fine. And then he had his family doing the same thing. But it's completely fine. Let's ignore all that for a second. You would think a company like Vshojo would see that controversy with Gerard and be like, you know what? I'm going to pay the charities because as soon as somebody finds out, you're going to be cooked into oblivion. Okay. And there is not a more rabid fan base than these cute little goofy anime girls with the voice changer turned real high. You done. Because as soon as they say Vshojo is bad, it's, dude, I wouldn't even want to be working at the headquarters. You're going to have dudes with giant neck beards beating on the door, throwing rocks and shit. Like, no shit. We didn't say we donate it. We said we would pledge it. We're going to pledge it, bruh. Oh my God. Here we go. Let's continue. I'm sure it's going to get real bad.
This is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life.
So this would hit her way more personally than it would hit somebody else. Now, to be fair, to be completely fair, everybody that's contracted under Vshojo should somehow get the hell out, right? Because this is just a terrible look, right? But that being said, if you are actually suffering from something similar to where the charity money is supposed to be going, that's like a double whammy, bro. That's shameful. Shameful, I tell you. Whoo, I tell you what, boys. This is spicy as hell.
So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community.
And then it goes into the stratosphere, by the way. This is kind of unrelated, but that's how it always happens. My happy ass put out a goofy ass video and a couple videos, and I was like, I just like to see comments. I just want to see how other people feel about this experience that I went through. And then suddenly this was my job. It was never planned. Although I did say I was going to commit to it, it was never really planned. And I think that's what happens with everybody, which is what happened with her. CPP looks like all the top talents left today. Good. I'm sure we're going to get into that because we got a few to go through. Thank you, CPP. CPP. Thank you, CPP. I love you. I love you. I love you. Amateur, how you doing, dude? By the way, we are 300 until naked snake. G. Harris says, I hate VTubers. If you got to have a anime character, you're a coward. Well, I don't know. There's part of it that's anonymity, right? And there's, look, dude, maybe you're right if they're like really attractive, right? Like in real life, maybe, I guess. But there's also the anonymity. But it also like kind of levels the playing field because there's a lot of people out there that have really good, sharp personalities, but they just aren't typically attractive, you know? And that this makes it to where they can have a, you know, career if they're charismatic enough, which I think is kind of important, right? If you're 400 pounds and you look terrible, but you're the funniest dude on the planet, this might be the way to go, you know?
And even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vshojo, and it was through Vshojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join Vshojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a Corpo VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me and
you know, see, from my perspective, all these corpo companies seem so predatory, man. Because I've talked to VTubers behind the scenes, and I've talked to large VTubers behind the scenes that work for these kind of organizations. And they will, you know, they'll be a modest size, and then they'll sign on to some corpo, and they will become so huge where they're making millions of dollars a year. But here's the caveat. They're getting almost none of it. Like they're getting paid like 50 to 80K a year, and then the corpo is making $1 million. And that seems super fucked, in my opinion, when you're doing everything. Now, look, I get it that they organize stuff. They're putting out all the materials. They're handling all the marketing, all the collabs. They're handling the models. I totally get it. But, you know, I don't know. I'm running a completely different path the way I do things. And it's modest. But it's always been decently successful. I couldn't even imagine only getting like 10% of what I get super chatted or memberships. I couldn't even imagine. That would be unbelievable, right? But then again, they prey on people, in my opinion, who are a little bit socially, you know, awkward or have social anxiety, stuff like that. So, you know, oh, me getting paid $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. That's actually like way more than I ever thought. You know, I'm living at home, blah, blah, blah. And then it blows up and suddenly you're like, wow, I'm missing out on so much money. And also at this point, you know what you're doing. You know how to talk on the camera. You're way more comfortable with it. Yeah, you know, this is kind of how I feel about it. Vice, baby. Says Camelot, I hope you're doing good, brother. Man, I'm trying, dude. I'm trying, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Camelot, I hope you're doing good. Appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well, doing good as well, Vice, baby. Thank you for the orange boy. I appreciate that. We're 280 till naked snake. Thank you, Vice. Appreciate you. Can we hit Fight Milk on the comeback stream? I know it's hard. Maybe we can do it. Thank you so much, Vice, baby. And thank you, Shani and Billy and Mr. Hackdog. Appreciate you. Somebody says Kirsha is not ugly, Salinas. Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't know what any of them look like. I know what Cottontail looks like. She's hot as hell. And dude, she looks like she's in real good shape right now. You know, she's doing great. Doing good, man. Which is the point. She shows her body all the time on Instagram. Oh, yeah, and she has other stuff out there, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, dude, I'm not saying that if you're a VTuber, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying if you're a VTuber, it means you're just unattractive. No, I'm saying it makes it to where people that might occupy that space to where maybe they're insecure or maybe they aren't typically attractive. They could pursue a career. That's all I'm saying. You know? TMF. Squid. This is why you never sign with a management agency if you're just a streamer and none of them have your best interests in mind. Here, I'll tell you a little story, TMF. So I had an agency reach out to me probably 6 months into my YouTube career. And you know how when the algorithm grabs you, it goes hard, right? So I was getting like 3 million views a day a month. It was crazy the first 6 months. And my streams had 1,000 concurrent for like the first 3 streams. And then it dropped to like 200. But it was going pretty hot and I was making a lot of money for 2 seconds. So of course agencies saw that shit and they reached out to me and I was going through contract deals with these agencies and they were wanting to take like 70% of my income, but we'll make your thumbnails. And I'm like, what? So I just never signed with it. I did get one agency that offered me $10,000 sign bonus and I still didn't take it. I was like, no, dude. But I wanted to make it more lucrative, and they were totally for it. But then I talked to a few other YouTubers that I knew that were way larger, and I asked their advice on these things, and they said, absolutely never sign with anybody. Do it yourself. And I was like, okay, and I never did. I took that advice to heart. TMF. Squid. Oops, shit, sorry. That's what I meant. It was the shanty button, not the fart button. This is the big mic button. This is the shanty button. Thank you, TMF Squid. Hey, we're halfway to Naked Snake. Hot diggity damn. We just started. Oh, my God. Big Mike says, contributing to Fight Milk. Oh, my God. The hype. The hype is coming. Like the stream. 40 likes away. Thank you, Big Mike. Hope I see you soon. Well, you're in fucking Florida, though. It sucks. I don't race anywhere near there at all. It's too hot now. We don't race there. Except it's supposed to be 98 degrees in Indianapolis next week. Or this weekend. Oh, I got 400 laps almost. Brutal. Thank you, Big Mike. I love you. Oh, yeah. All right, dudes. Let's continue, boys. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked talking about my own experiences with the Corpo machine. Come back to Greenville. Hey, I saw Austin. Hold on, let me scroll up. Sorry, Austin. Thanks for coming to the show. Loved having you. Thank you, Austin, dude. I appreciate this. Big shout out to my boy. He's one of my sponsors in racing, too, with the Southeast Game Exchange. Where'd he go? This dude is the GOAT. This dude helped me. He had so much going on. His phone was ringing off the hook, and he helped me push my race car 200 yards and park it. And he had so much going on. So big shout out for bringing me out. I really appreciate that. And I connected with 2 other people that are bringing me out to 2 other cons in the con. So I appreciate that, dude. So much fun. And I can't wait. To do it again. Just let me know, baby. Thank you, man. All right. It was awesome. There were so many people there, dude. I was very surprised anybody came up to meet me. Okay. I had probably 200 people come up to meet me, which is about 200 more than I thought. Because I was like, oh, it's a gaming convention. I'm a NASCAR guy. This is going to be interesting. But it worked out. So I had such a great time, dude. Such a great time. Big shout out to them. And I love you. Come back to Greenville. I love you. Oh, yeah. I'm doing a double. Yeah, dude, we're doing the double. I need to post that on Twitter. Jay Sledge. I got to meet my boy Jay Sledge, too. This fun. Thank you. Freddie. Oh, my God. Shout out to Freddie, dude. Thank God for that, man. This boy right here. I know I'm getting a little caught up. This is a live stream, by the way. I'm getting a little caught up. Where'd Freddie go? Where'd he go, Freddie? This dude went drinking with me every damn night, and it was so fun. And I'm so thankful that he did. Thank God. It was him and Sean. If it wasn't for those 2 guys, I'd have been bored out of my mind. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's so fun, dude. Freddie's a good dude. Go subscribe to his channel and check out his interview with me. It was fun. Team Ray. Hey. Thank you. Love you, Sarah. We love you. We appreciate you. Oh, my God. 230 from Naked Snake. Oh, my God. A couple red boys, and we're there, boys. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, by the way, I went to your, I saw you pop up somewhere. I think it was on Facebook. And I went to your profile, and I think it was your marriage photos. Damn, baby. Gorgeous in those photos, Sarah. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right. There we go. Here we go.
To the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt tripped.
I don't know what it is about this girl's voice and her like tone and her mood, but it's like breaking my heart, man. It's like get me in that headspace. I'm like, oh.
In designing, I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me. And I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life. So one amazing thing for me was the fact that Vshojo handled all my payments. And it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information. So that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because
That's very, very important to people that don't do content creation. And or have a following. Let's say you do content creation, but you only have like a couple hundred subs. That's a different world. I'm not saying what you're doing is not legitimate at all. I'm saying once you get up there and following, you're out of a couple 100,000 people, 30,000, 40,000 people, one or two of them are going to be wild, right? Like not there correctly mentally. And they'll post, dude, my first 2 months, there was people spamming my address everywhere, trying to get me shot or something. And I was just making videos about GameStop in a time period where GameStop was universally hated. It's not really universally hated now because memes and the stock thing, but back then it was universally hated. And that being said, people were still doxing me and trying to get me killed for my accent. People said they hated my accent. Like, what? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. In the VTuber world, it's probably 20 times worse. So something like, for example, if Iron Mouse's information came out, there would be people showing up immediately, right? Some of them would be doing it out of the thinking they're being morally good. Oh, I'm going to go cheer her up, or the opposite, right? So yeah, privacy is a big concern with VTubers. I mean, if you go into the world and you're using your VTuber avatar, like you're in it now, so you don't want that information to get out, right? That makes sense, in my opinion. Somebody said, why does she sound like she's 10 years old? Well, don't quote me on this, but I'm quite positive that 99% of VTubers use a voice changer and up-pitch their voice really high, right? Because I've talked to a couple offline, and they sound like normal, and then on stream, they sound really high-pitched. So I don't know, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe some do sound like that, but it's like I think it's to appeal. And look, I don't know if this is for sure, but I think it's to kind of appeal to like the cutesy / maybe a smaller subset of the lolly crowd. I think that's probably what it proves, kind of is aimed towards. I don't know. I'm not a part of it. I'm just like kind of shooting off the cuff here.
I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've...
$4 million? That is insane. That is awesome. Holy crap. How big is she again? $4 million. Wow. Oh, Iron Mouse is saving the world.
However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last
So it's all good, right? It's all good, right?
subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity.
Damn, dude. They took that money and ran. Go on, take the money and run. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Go on, take the money and run. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They are literally listening to damn Steve Miller. And Iron Mouse was like, hey, make the donation. But they had Steve Miller cranked to the roof. And they're like, you know what? No. We're going to go on, take the money and run. Hot diggity damn, son. Hot diggity damn. 500 grand too. That's insane.
Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity.
Crazy.
We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting...
So she would take this really serious, right? So if like, for example, Jake Randall, like, let's say he had a stream, and and he's already done this in the past, but let's say he had a stream and he raises $1 million for cystic fibrosis, right? And he's like, hell yeah, oh my gosh, we did so awesome, this is great, right? He's going to help a lot of people. But then he finds out a year later that the management company that was supposed to handle the payment just kept it. You know, you would be livid as somebody that suffers from the condition, right? And that's what she's basically talking about right now. Mandy with 10 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mandy. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. I didn't get to see you the other day, nor did I see Craig, but I saw Sean, who looks kind of like Craig. So it was fun. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. They say dogs look like their owners. It's the joke. Thank you. I love you, Mandy. Appreciate you. Hope I get to see y'all soon. Thank you, Mandy. Big shout out to Mandy. Always doing good things for me.
Really bad. The Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified. I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
That is, dude, that's when you have a good idea and you mean well and you're trying to be genuine and you're trying to cover all your bases and you're trying to do right by people, the people that do not hold those same attributes will bleed you dry and take everything from you. That's what they do. Okay. You can be like, man, I said I was going to do this thing for my friend, so I'm going to do it for my friend. And then they end up taking everything from you and then ghosting you, right? That's what happens. It's really dangerous too, because I feel like it dissuades you from ever doing anything like that again in your life, right? You know, giveaways. I used to do a lot of giveaways, you know, and I did a shirt or a merch giveaway recently, but like I used to do big giveaways. Just had to stop doing them because people kept trying to rob me. Like every time somebody won it, they would try to get 2 or 3 times the money out of what I would send them. They would claim they didn't get it, and then they were going to sue me and all this crazy stuff. It happened, I think, 3 out of the last 4 giveaways I did, so I stopped doing giveaways. And I know for a fact that they got their stuff, but they were just trying to get money out of me, right? And that's like a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. It's insane. It's insane. It's gross. John Talan, what's up, dude?
As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of
These corpos completely take advantage of their talent, because they'll probably think their talent isn't smart and or strong-willed enough to fight back, right? It's the same thing with any organization or any field you're in. If they think you're not going to fight back, unlike what Iron Mouse is doing, if they think you're not going to fight back, or you're just going to say yes, sir, and just do what they want you to do, they'll take everything from you. And it's good that she's like, yeah, you know what? No, thank you. That's good.
Right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just...
That's wild, dude. That's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild that they thought they were going to get away with this shit. Now, to be fair, there's obviously a ton of updates.
Last time you left.
Oh, sorry. There's a ton of updates right now. It's been, what, 24 hours since that video was released? 24 hours since the deets were dropped. Okay. So let's see what the updates are. Let's see how it's playing out for Vshojo. Okay. To be fair, I don't understand how anybody, and I mean anybody, could think they could get away with stealing $500,000 from charities. Gerard. Old Gerard. What's his name on YouTube? Achievement Hunter or something, I think his name is, maybe. He thought he could steal $600,000 from charity. He thought he could, right? And he was considered the Mr. Rogers of the internet. By the way, if you're considered the Mr. Rogers of the internet, I got news for you. We're going to find out about your skeletons, bro. Anybody that is that overtly generous and overtly nice and overtly comfy and overtly, you know what I'm saying? And so much so that they're considered just amazing people. Yeah, they're hiding something, bro. They're hiding something. The completionists. Yes. Why did I say achievement hunter? I'm sorry. Completionist. Yes. So, no. Shit's going to go down. Okay. I see that all the time when I see a cuddly creator that's over the top, like being super nice and generous and not saying anything out of the way or anything strange, sticking to the script. I know you got the skeletons in your closet. And I don't know if no one knows it. Before they put me in my coffin and close it, I'm going to expose it. Take me back to 73. Before I ever had a multi-platinum selling CD. I was a baby. Maybe I was just a couple of months. Okay, anyways. Let's cover the updates. By the way, we're 8 likes from 200, and we're 220 from Naked Snake. 2 red boys, and we're there. Oh, and can we hit Fight Milk? We're on record pace today. Couple red boys, and we'll be almost there, boys. Can you feel it? I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Yes, you heard Rev. Yes, Big Mike.
here. Sorry for the lack of an active VTuber model for this video. I'm currently traveling and using my laptop that runs like a potato. And of course, as I'm traveling, the biggest VTuber news of the year has to drop, but the show must go on. So today we're talking about Vshojo, one of the biggest VTuber agencies in the world, especially in their English-speaking branch, which has some of the biggest English talents in the entire scene. But right now, a lot of people are making the very logical claim that Vshojo's English branch just imploded over the past 24 hours. And for an agency whose entire moniker is talent freedom, well, it appears that that also meant freedom from your revenue sources, including revenue that you generated for charity. Now, over the past couple of months, it's been very rocky for Vshojo. They've had some of their biggest English-speaking talents suddenly leave, including people like Matara-Khan, who back in April said this: Vshojo made the decision to part ways with me, which I always found that language to be very interesting, right? It's not exactly a very neutral language. It sounds like things didn't end very well. And around that time, multiple other large English talents left the agency, and there's not that many English talents in their agency. So people like me were saying, hey.
Sounds to me like these people are signing a NDA, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like they're signing an NDA, right? Why are you spamming my address in the chat, LL3? I like how you got the V in there. You got the V. It was like Control V. He left the V in there. Silly Willie. Oh my God, it's funny. All right, let's continue. Let's turn on slow mode for a minute. All right, there we go. Let's continue.
All these sudden leavings of the agency, that kind of doesn't seem right. Like something must be going on. And I was called a doomsayer and was being told I was being dramatic about it. And you know what? In a way, I did fall short. I didn't predict just how bad things are. And unless you've been living under a rock or you haven't been on social media over the past 24 hours, the big news is that Iron Mouse has left Vshojo, which she was clearly one of the biggest, not just VTubers in the entire scene, but one of the biggest streamers.
She obviously didn't sign an NDA because she went ham. She went absolutely ham and let go all the deets, and it's going to be fun to see how that plays out. It's going to be interesting. Ooh, interesting. All right.
In the world. And she was really kind of the heart and soul of Vshojo. She doesn't really need much of an introduction. I'm sure you've heard of her. At one point last year during a subathon, she raised an immense amount of money, not just getting subs to the point of being at that time, the most subscribed to Twitch streamer of all time, but also raising infinite money for her charity of choice, which is the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is something that is personally valuable to her because she has an immune disease.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about people spam my address. I don't care. Somebody wants to come kill me, man. Let's have it. Let's have at it. It's fine with me, man. It's fine with me. All right. You don't have to worry about that. That's like, I'm not 13, man. I'm not worried about it. But no, it's all good. Don't worry. It's like, you can fucking Google it. It's not like a big deal. It's like, oh God. It's like when people post my like full name and I'm like, bro, I race in NASCAR. I have a Wikipedia under my name. It's like, oh damn, you done discovered the secrets.
Like that, covered by that charity. And in her explanation of why she left Vshojo, she made it very clear that there was a lot wrong going on with this agency. I'm just going to play like the first minutes of her video because it really just sums up everything. You really need to know that these talents, including Iron Mouse, have been financially screwed over by Vshojo. But worse yet, the charity of choice, in this case, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, was screwed over by Vshojo, who did not bring over funds raised in charity events made by Iron Mouse.
Big Max chat's funny. My house is wild. Yes, there's a large firearm in every single room. It's funny. It's pretty funny. I don't know why I'm like that. I just leave shit everywhere. Oh man, it's funny. Anyways, so we're gonna skip this part because we just watched her video, and then we'll get back into it. We just watched it, man. We watched it. 220 until Naked Snake, by the way. Get the hell on it, dog on it.
Obviously, it's bad enough they're screwing over talents like Iron Mouse, right? Someone who's clearly very loyal and in many regards doing them a favor by sticking around with this organization for so long. But it gets even worse when you know this charity she works with is so personally valuable to her on so many levels, and you screw them over basically in her name. She raises these funds and they never make their way to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And this is such a black and white thing when you really think about it, because she was trusting them to make these payments in one way to protect her anonymity, to have this kind of mediary between who's paying her and how she's receiving it. And this was a really bad situation because it's simple. She gets paid from Twitch. You get paid once a month. They would have the funds the month after that subathon. And it would be just as easy as that, collecting it, giving it over to the charity. And they didn't do that. And here we are a year later, and they still haven't done that.
Think back real quick, just for a second. Think back, okay, to when Gerard did this, right? Gerard personally did it. So it's a little bit of different situations. So Gerard, he took the money himself. Now, granted, it went through obviously his foundation or whatever, and then just didn't give it to the organization for like a decade. I don't actually know the numbers of years, but it was like a decade or something. So think about how devastating that is compared to this. Now, this is also equally bad, but I'm just saying, like, think about how crazy that is. It's insane, dude. It's insane.
And we'll talk more about this, but I think it's very obvious that Vshojo is going under. And that's not just on the English side, it's on the Japanese speaking side. And they're strapped for cash. And I don't know where it's going. I don't know what they do that's so grandiose that would cost so much money that they have to literally take these charity funds to pay their own employees and their own organization first. It's just really, really bad. And the fallout.
It's probably going to a handful of people, and then they're going to Vegas and partying all week, every week, right? It doesn't take long to blow money. So I'm sure you guys have heard about that guy. So there was like this billionaire, right? And he was like one of the richest people like in China or Japan. And he decided to move to Vegas, and he sold his company or whatever. He moved to Vegas, and within like 4 or 3 or 2, 6 years, something like that. I don't remember the number. He was gone. He had no money. He spent billions of dollars sitting there at a table, like blowing money, like gambling and drinking. He lived in a presidential suite for like years, right? So yeah, if you have that kind of like lifestyle habits, you can spend that money in 2 seconds.
From this has been cataclysmic for Vshojo. Now you can see people like CAVA, who helped raise a lot of money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. He said, well, Vshojo better get cycling and start raising some money. Yeah, they pretty much have to cycle across the world 10 times to have a chance at making up for what they did here. It's not very good. Now, of course, in her video, she also promoted a direct link to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and they've raised over $100,000 since she released her video. And I'm sure it's much higher than that by the time you're seeing this video. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to check it out and help out with this Tiltify campaign here. But yeah, Vshojo, they look horrible. To even the most forgiving eyes here, they don't look good right now, based on just the things I've told you. But of course, things have continued to get worse. So
oh God, here it goes. So this is going to be a ton of creators. For the past year, Vshojo has been habitually late in paying me for commission, sometimes leaving thousands of dollars of my invoices unpaid for months. This is another creator. There's another creator right here that says, I have thousands of dollars of unpaid work from them too. Had to chase people down just to make sure my friends got paid. They even hired someone to help with music stuff, but I ended up managing everything while they got paid for my work. Sounds about right, dude. Sounds about right.
Artists have come out and said, hey, I guess this is the time to share. I've been unpaid for many different things, and I'm not surprised. If they're not paying people like Iron Mouse or charities, yeah, I doubt they're paying kind of like independent contractors, these third-party artists who are typically feel pretty intimidated to speak out against Vshojo because they might get dogpiled, and they might, well, if they spoke out, they would lose work with the company probably forever. I mean, that's just obvious, right? But yeah, it gets worse. The artists are one thing, but the talents, that's even worse. And at this point, it seems like, as far as I can tell, virtually every single English-speaking member of Vshojo has dropped Vshojo from their name, all the way from Henya to Haruka to Fruit, Keisan, Michi, Amelie. It goes on and on, right? This is, quite frankly, the end of the English branch. I don't think there's anything really to save here at this point.
Good. It says Haru and Henya removed Vshojo from their names too. That's pretty much all of them from the English branch. Yeah, I would leave too. Now, look, dude, here's the thing. I would, if they retain all the rights to their model and their name, I wouldn't see no reason No reason. The issue is a ton of these corpos, from my knowledge, will own the rights to everything you produce, including your character model and name, which makes it almost impossible to leave, right? That's the predatory thing that I've seen, is where they will own literally everything. Your name, your channel, your videos, your character model, everything. So if you decide to leave, you basically have to start over, which sounds terrifying, you know? Indred, please, it's on me. Says, how you holding up? Doing good. I'm glad you to shrink stream and do something makes you happy. Sending you love from the great Canada, bro. I'm doing good. Thank you. Indred, please it to me, on me. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, thank God for that, Epoch, right? Most Vshojo creators retain rights to their IP. Thank God for that. Thank you, Indred. Appreciate you for the orange boy. We're closing in on 200 from Naked Snake. Actually, we're 201 because Canadian money is not real. But we're there. 2 red boys away, boys. 2 red boys, 4 pink boys, 8 orange boys, 20 gold boys. All right, let's go.
I don't think that's doomsaying. They seem very motivated together. A lot of the people on this list have spoken out about this and shown their supports for Iron Mouse, and also shared their disappointment with Vshojo. In fact, people have gone beyond that. Kason, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with her. She has, like right as I'm recording this morning, came out with a live stream where she shared a lot of horrible details, and some of it's still being fleshed out because there's a portion of it that's in Japanese. But she is someone who shared that she has not been paid in almost 2 years from the company. That is unbelievable, especially for someone like Kason, who's a hybrid in sort of the way she does her entertainment.
Can I go backwards for a second? Hold on.
Because there's a portion of it that's in Japanese. But she is someone who shared that she has not been paid in almost 2 years from the company.
How? Does she not have a mortgage or like a rent payment or something? How do you work for somebody for 2 years or a year, sorry, and not get paid? If I didn't get paid for a year, I'd be on the street right now. I would be working at Target, bro, whilst doing my tubing. I wouldn't be tubing, to be fair, unless I had like 1 million viewers. Then I'm not. But if I wasn't getting paid, I don't know about that. That's insane. That's insane, dude. For some Japanese company, that's normal. Oh my God. Damn you, Japan. Damn you. Damn you, Japan.
That is unbelievable. Especially for someone like Kason, who's a hybrid in sort of the way she does her entertainment. She speaks both Japanese and English. She's a very valuable member of the company, just like Iron Mouse. And she also hasn't been paid an extended period of time. That is really hard to swallow. On top of that, she brought in one of the officials from the Japanese side and was talking with him. This part that's being worked through in the translations. But it seems like the company is going bankrupt. And that's what's going on here. They can't pay anyone beyond their core staff. Like it's falling apart right in front of everyone's faces. And Legal Mindset's been talking.
Why not release a statement saying you're cooked and then commit to paying what you owe to all your creators and then disband? Why would you continue just going forth? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not release a statement and be like, we're cooked? You know, we're cooked, bro. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's very strange to me. Oh, by the way, this is Matthew Fauchen. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. Sorry, dude. Appreciate that. Maybe she has a husband who pays for everything. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, John Harris. I'm the same way. If you ain't paying me, I ain't showing the hell up, bro. I ain't showing up. Their core staff, in my opinion, are overpaid. Screw the core staff. Pay off the charity. Yeah, for sure.
About this, and I'm sure he's going to have a field day with this because it's going to be a very big hot topic for a while, especially legally. And he's saying another note from Kason's stream regarding staff being paid first. They had to pay the staff due to clear labor law violations if they didn't pay full-time staff. They are banking on the ambiguity of the Vshojo talents as independent contractors to shift them out of payment.
Dang, that is a very good point. That is a very, very good point. And like I said earlier, let's say you sign an NDA, or let's say you're a creator and you can't really speak out against the corporate company you work for, the Corpo or whatever. That puts these creators in a very precarious situation where they can't really speak out, right? But then once one does, then all of them do, and then you're good to go, right? But you have to wait for that first domino to fall.
And actually, Shy Lily is someone who shared that she was approached by Vshojo, and she was reading through the contract and said, no thanks. because the way it was structured was basically leaving all the power to Vshojo and leaving the talent in a very vulnerable spot, especially if things go wrong. And that's exactly what's going on here. Things are going very, very wrong. This has been an absolute disaster. The Japanese side is another thing, but they're admitting pretty much that they're bankrupt as well. And how do you survive this? I don't think there's any way, right? If they're already in the red and they just lost their biggest star with Iron Mouse, and now they're losing the entire English branch, which is very strong, by the way. We talk about like Niji Sanji, where like the English speaking branch is almost a liability at times because they only make up a tiny fraction of the overall revenue compared to the Japanese side. But no, Vshojo has a very strong English speaking side, and it's a shame. This is really a big shame. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we're going to see another round of indie VTubers returning back to their previous accounts. And with Vshojo, they can take their IP with them, which is probably...
That's fantastic. The fact that they can take their IP with them, one, will allow the large ones will have 100,000 subscribers overnight, obviously. And they will probably not even skip a beat. Let's be completely honest. They probably won't even skip a beat. They'll be completely fine. It reminds me of, what was her name? I want to say Doja Cat, but it's not Doja Cat. Doji Bird or something like that. She came from somewhere after getting shafted and was getting so many views on YouTube. And I was like, hey, well, it worked out in the end. Right? So as long as there's controversy to kind of boost that like entire thing, Doki Bird, yeah. Doki Bird. Yes, sir. The Doki. Doing Bird. I don't think that's right. Thank you, by the way, Matthew Falsham. We're 200 even away from Naked Snake for the 485th stream in a row, 86. I don't know. A lot in a row. Let's continue. This one says VTuber agency staff member spreads personal info, which just seems terrible. Just seems terrible. Here we go. We're going to jump right into this sauce. Could you imagine? Vshojo was made in California and it's very pro-employee. So how fucked are the company going to get reamed? Well, to be completely fair, Manuel, California's not pro-employee. No one's pro-employee. They're only pro-employee from a law perspective where some politician or a group of politicians put in something in place that usually has negative and positive consequences, if consequences is even the right word, right? So, they'll be like, oh, well, for example, they did this to the entire U.S. This is unrelated, but in the U.S. in 2013, it was 2014. In 2014 or 15, Obama basically put forth this bill that included overtime pay to be required if an employee made under $43,000 a year salary. This is a full-time employee. So if you made under 43 grand a year, you were required to be paid overtime, right? This seems like a pro-employee move. Yeah. Well, America's a free market, roughly, mostly. So there was like a shockwave across the entire U.S. And this shockwave led preemptively to probably 100,000, I don't know, whatever. 100,000, 500,000, I don't know the number. Employees being preemptively fired for this because they made under the allocated amount. So they were all fired across the board. This was before it was even signed into law because it eventually didn't even make it. It like passed one of the parameters and then was eventually brought back and did not pass. But you know what we did at GameStop? Keep in mind, I made right under the salary mark at GameStop. This is what GameStop did. Not only did they start firing all their employees, this is what led to everybody getting fired, by the way. But they made all the store managers who were on salary, they made us hourly overnight. They were like, by the way, you're going to be hourly next week, and there's nothing you can say about it. And also, you have to sign this piece of paper saying you agree with this, or you're fired. Right? There was no, oh, well, you can choose to still be on a salary. No, you're fired if you don't agree to this. Technically. So my district manager, I was like, what if I don't want to sign this? My district manager was like, well, you have to sign it. And I was like, but like, it says I agree and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but I could just not sign it. And he's like, no, everybody's required to sign it. You're required to sign it. And I'm like, okay, so this is bullshit. So at any rate, we all got moved to hourly. Guess what? We all lost about $10,000 a year in pay going to hourly. Why? Because we were required to work 4 hours of overtime every week. What happens if you're sick one day? What happens if you take one of your 4 weeks of paid vacation? What happens when you take bereavement because somebody in your family lost their life? What happens when anything happens? What if you happens if you have to leave early to pick up your kid from school because it's an emergency, 3 o'clock? Guess what? You're losing all your overtime for the 2 weeks because it's based on 2 weeks combined. So you're losing everything. So if you took all your vacation and you had 5 incidences a year, you lost like $10,000 a year, which everybody did. So yeah, it was a very not pro-employee. It destroyed probably 90% of corporate companies in the U.S. because it seemed like a really cool idea on paper. I'm just going to give everybody more money. Me. These people have to just get paid more now, right? No, the companies will just fire everybody, right? Probably the best thing you can do is the worst sounding thing. Put no restrictions on anything and see what happens, right? I know it sounds terrible. Just put no restrictions on anything, and suddenly the free market explodes. What happened to McDonald's in my area? You can work at McDonald's right now for like $20 an hour in my area, starting out. It's crazy, right? Our minimum wage is $7 here, by the way. It's crazy. So it's wild. It's wild times, man. It's wild times. That's why I say just remove all the regulation and let's just go ham. Let's just see what happens, dude. You know? That's not the right video. All right, let's check it out. So it says this right here. It says Vshojo post personal information. I'm guessing personal information about VTubers, which will be absolutely nightmarish. This would be like the worst thing you could possibly do to these people. Why? Because, I mean, you'll see people in my chat spamming my address and shit, like hoping that one person comes and kills me, because that's like the whole point. You know, it's claimed to be trolling and funny, but they want you dead. They want you to be fucking shot in the face, live on camera, and they want to see it. And dude, I totally get it. Look, I totally get it. Like, a lot of people see people doing stuff that they would like to do, and instead of it inspiring them to try, they just are reminded of their own image in the mirror, and they want to destroy everything. And that's how a lot of people see things. And I totally get it. I see that sometimes. I get that feeling sometimes. I'll see somebody that's doing more in NASCAR than I'm doing, like by a mile, and I'm like, fuck, that pisses me off. But I recognize it immediately, and I use it to try to inspire me. I'm like, no, you know what? Fuck that. They're awesome. They're doing great. I need to do that. I need to work harder. That's how I look at things. And I feel it, dude. We all feel it. But some people can't really rectify that shit in the background. They just want to kill everybody. But they don't want to do it themselves. They want to encourage somebody that's suffering from like some kind of mental illness to do it for them. That's why they post your address everywhere. So the reason why people spam your address like they were doing earlier to me is they hope somebody that's mentally ill will see it and come to my house and kill me. Right? That's the whole point. That's the whole reason they do it. Right? Why else would they do it? You know? You can Google my fucking address. You can Google it. It's 2 seconds. I'm a public person. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point. They want somebody that's mentally ill to see that and to kill you. Because that's what they want. They want you dead. So it just happens, man. And like I said, it's sucks, but it's hard to hate them over it, because you know they're either A, not well, or B, they're just fucking they're going through something. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. I hate that some people go through shit so hard that they try to do that other people. That means you know they're going through some fucking shit, and it sucks to see, man. Alex, is that Revenge of Nether Realm becomes a member? Thank you, Freddie, my boy Freddie. Look at him becoming a member. What's up, Freddie, dude? Thank you, dude. He has an orange cat that is so heavy but so small. It's like all muscle. All right, thank you, Freddie. Look at them members. Look at all them members. 2 red boys from a rainbow night. Do I meditate? Mediate? Meditate? What are you asking? I don't meditate, bro. I eat like steak and shit.
Vshojo, further bringing us more revelations today as the heavy metal elf and VTuber news commentary VTuber Alara. Alara here saying, I wanted to share some information I received from an inside source about the current Vshojo stuff. I think this provides a lot of context for the financial woes and timeline of events. Everything happened stemmed from mismanagement and poor financial choices, causing hasty decisions, damage, and hurt so many creators and people's livelihoods. Giving us these notes that the information comes from a connection to former Vshojo staff. The sources wish to remain anonymous, and the information given here is to provide context for the timeline of events. Sharing Vshojo started downsizing and cutting staff to alleviate financial pressures. Many staff members were let go with less than 2 weeks notice, in some cases only a few days.
Less than 2 weeks notice. I mean, to be fair, that's better than what I usually get, or what people in the service industry get. You don't even get a minute notice. They'll fire you after you clock out at 5. That's what they do. It says anonymous source was left in the dark about financial woes and was shocked by the sudden termination. They were unaware of the extent of the damage. Talents were upset with the sudden decision, which led to talents separating themselves from the company. Former staff is united in working against the upper echelons of Vshojo as legalities proceed for payments.
Anonymous sources were left in the dark about financial woes and were shocked by the sudden termination. They were unaware of the extent of damage. Talents were upset with the sudden decision, which led to talents separating themselves from the company, and former staff are united in working against the upper echelons of Vshojo as legalities proceed for payments. This all the while, we also have the bombshell tweet from Shibuya Kaho last night, many believing this could potentially be implicating Vshojo. We'll read this again. Kaho remarking, this person moved from a noted VTuber company to another as a staff last year, bragging about his new income. He thrusted me a few of his new business cards to quote-unquote give to my good contacts. I found the action obnoxiously rude, but maybe he was too young and friendly to know better. Then the mother effer wanted to meet up for tax advice because I'm a native in Japan and I hire an accountant. I was asked to have dinner in his area, which was quite far from me, splitting the bill. That day I got convinced I didn't like that.
You don't ask me to split the bill. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, because I love the talents he worked with, I was only secretly hoping he would lose his job one day. Recently, I heard from another creator that he was showing photos of VTubers' real selves while revealing their personal info like marital status. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees. Today, I learned the most despicable S the company has done to their talent. Don't know if he's involved with it, yet all my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal. Sometimes, unfortunately, managers or agencies can be the talent's worst enemy. Please always support the talent first. And we have
this dude was sharing pictures of the actual VTubers' real life selves to people. You know what? Think about this for a moment. Like, just think about this for just 2 seconds, okay? There are people out there that would pay ungodly amounts of money, tens of thousands of dollars, to find out who certain VTubers are and where they're at, and real pictures of them. Like tens of thousands of dollars. Could this have been a side hustle for this employee? Taking money to give out this information? That's crazy. Absolutely insanity, man. Insanity. You think people in my chat posting my address are dangerous? Bro. These people in these communities. Oof. That's terrifying shit, dude.
An update, this originally being tweeted out in Japanese, Kaho saying, that's right, sorry for the long post. I posted in English because it was about an agency that mainly caters to English-speaking countries. Apparently, a talent from the agency quit due to suspicions of non-payment and embezzlement of donations. Centrea this morning tweeting out, someone who worked with Vshojo was giving out info. What the F? Are we so effing serious? At the gun run. Dude, what absolute the F? I wasn't aware of this, and I am assuming the others weren't either. Did you know? Edit, reading, it was JP side, and it is so F. Dude, it still stands, and I personally don't even know what all happened behind the scenes.
Oh, don't worry. It was just the Japanese side. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's definitely not the same company. Ashley with a $10 super chat says, hey, baby. What's up, Ashley? How you doing, girl? Hope you're doing well. I love you, Ashley. Oh, my God. Coming in with that gold boy, 190 from Naked Snake. Ashley has joined the party tonight. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you so much. So much. Yeah.
EN. I just followed so blindly, leading Vshojo thinking it's all cool, man. F me for being stupid. Meowry also here remarking this morning, speaking of Vshojo, I remember one anime expo, I was at an after party and a certain someone was trying to flex how he could arrange private meet and greets with the creators behind the models. Never sat right with me because do these creators even know you're exploiting / treating them like party favors? And let's not talk about the current, or perhaps we should say former roster of VTubers with Vshojo, beginning with Amelie tweeting out last night, thanks for letting me be a little guy on the internet. I'm very thankful that streaming found me. I'm profoundly grateful for the people I met along the way. I love you all. Now this morning saying, as of today, I will be terminating my contract with Vshojo effective immediately.
Hell yeah. Hell, it seems like they have a way to just terminate their contract, which is great, right? When I've talked to VTubers in the past, that was not a thing you could do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You lost pretty much everything when you did with certain corpos.
And I will be returning to being an independent VTuber and content creator. Nothing about my content will change, as I was indie for 18 years before signing with Vshojo, and I retain my IP. My love goes out to the talents. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your continued support as we look forward to the future. Centrea adding, some of you have questions that I can't legally answer, but please know it wasn't for me to bring to light. But it is effed up, and I am upset. You have the right as well. I can't disclose info at this time, but know that I am angry with you all. Arcacaro.
Dude, look, okay. Imagine being in the position where you can literally say nothing negative without losing everything. Right? Losing absolutely everything. Fathom says only canceling contracts since they all found that no one was being paid since August of 2024. Now I think a lot of them were not being paid, but some of them were, right? Or they were getting paid late, or they had to harass people to get paid, right? So that's probably the issue there, I would imagine. But just imagine being in the situation where you know what they should be able to do? If every single corpo should make it basically policy that if you like, it should be standard practice in contracts that if you leave, you just retain your IP. Right? I just don't understand how. Now, granted, look, they're signing the contracts. I get it. I just don't understand how that benefits, the corpo, unless they continue to sell merch, I guess. But I don't like that. That's weird. That's weird. Imagine like me signing with a company and then they say I can't use my camera anymore. Like after I quit the company because they own my face. Imagine that. It's crazy.
Thank you so much for your continued support as we look forward to the future. Zentrea adding, some of you have questions. My heart aches for the talent and the hardworking talent staff who worked tooth and nail to let us be heard. Kuro here saying, I didn't want to say anything until it's finalized, but since people keep making assumptions, no, I am not staying here. I've already submitted a leave contract and had that meeting 11 days ago. The only reason I still have the Vshojo brand logo on here still is because they have to remove it themselves. As an associate, you cannot remove it yourself. Same with everyone and other members. In any case, I'm just waiting for the contract to be all fulfilled and done, but I guess I'm an indie now. Showing all the markings of Vshojo are now gone and saying, and there it goes. How do you do, fellow indie VTubers? Alongside, we also have Michi Mochibi last night tweeting out, I'm sorry, I legally can't say anything yet right now, but I'm just honestly so tired. Please support Mousy. She's such an amazing person. Please take care of yourselves.
When they say they can't say anything legally, I don't why. And the reason I say why is I'm not trying to be like ignorant, like intentionally. What I'm saying is the company obviously can't fight you legally. Like if they're not paying anybody for a year, that means they obviously don't have funds to pay said people. So how are they going to fund a legal department? Right? Fuck them. Like, I don't know, dude. Like if somebody was like outright, like just nuking my ass and they didn't have a way to like fight me financially, I'd just be like, nope. Yeah, sue me, eat my ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just like the way I see it. If you don't have money to like financially go after me, how are you going to financially go after me if you don't have the financial backing to do so? But that's just me, That's just me. Fathom says Vshojo used talent to make money off Vshojo merch and other merch and deals. We don't know if they held on to their Twitch monetization. Hot diggity. Shandy says, "Oh, they have money. They're just not paying people." Oh, maybe. You might be right. Yeah.
You guys matter so much, at least to me, and please do tell the people you love that you love them. This morning, Michi tweeting this out. I know the picture sucks. I literally have no good pics, but I swear the stream is serious. I apologize. Talking about my situation right now. Michi on stream confirming.
I know the pic sucks. It's just a anime lady. Yeah. Well, fuck, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something that was very, very relevant. Shani, appreciate it. Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Man, I had something really, really important to add. That's really sad. I'm sad now. Let me go back. What triggered it? Nothing, apparently. Nothing triggered it. Never mind. I'll just ignore me. I had something very, very important to say. It was profound, Freddie. It was very profound. Reagan says lawyers may have advised them to not say anything. That's true. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, sure. I agree. Yeah. And it's gone. You ever have that happen? I hate when that happens. I hate when that garbage happens. But yeah. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is what I meant to say. So if you can't say anything legally, they've already breached the terms of the contract, right, by not paying them. But maybe they're protected legally because they put in the contract that they can. Because, like, I don't know if you guys are used to contracts, but I've read a ton of contracts in my day, and the contracts will like have these stipulations that completely negate certain things in the contract. Right. So basically the contract will be like, if you do this, you're boned. But if we do this, like this is what is required of us. But also there's a stipulation like 2 pages down that if they fuck up like everything, then they still don't have to do anything for you. Right. Like they'll have stipulations that completely absolves every single thing that they might do. But also they'll have all the things they're supposed to provide But then like they'll have on the third page things that completely negate all the things they're supposed to provide just in case, right? So they probably have a stipulation there that they're not required to pay you at any point, right? Or they can pay you as late as they would like, I would imagine, right? I could be wrong. I mean, if not, then they're definitely going to lose all the lawsuits, you know? So
other reasons for leaving, which she cannot elaborate on due to legalities. This news affecting others being a shock to her as well. Michi later on Twitter saying, what a great way to start our journey into being Michi Mochivi from Michi Mochivi Independent. Yuri responding her with, we're here for you, Pookie, and make sure to eat something after this. Numi also supporting her earlier with love you forever and ever. It's going to be okay. Further reacting to this news was Hajime Hime saying to Mouse, we will always stand by you, Queen. Genuinely love you. And very quickly saying on Twitter, I can confirm I have also quit Vshojo. These past few years, I got to meet and befriend some amazing people, but I can no longer be part of it.
I do have to say, this is unrelated, but I am so tired of cutesy stuff. Completely unrelated. God, I hate cutesy stuff. I get so tired of cutesy like interactions because they're all so disingenuous and like fake, in my opinion. Like cutesy, me. You know, I'm probably not making sense. I'm just speaking from my hip. Fidelio, how you doing, man? Do you remember multi-streaming networks? Oh yeah, I talked about that earlier. How I had several of those approach me and try to take all of my money. So the reason I would never sign with them is I got advice from bigger YouTubers that have been doing it longer. They all said no. And then B, the contract was always wild. Like they basically got all the login info for my YouTube and I had no control over my YouTube anymore. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. We're not doing it. That will never be a thing. You are not getting control of my personal YouTube. Sorry. No, not happening. Yeah. So that was like immediately the MSNs. Yeah. The MSMs, multi whatever management. Yeah. So I never did that. I was like, nope, no, thank you. By the way, we are 190 from Naked Snake. 2 red boys from Naked Snake. Hell yeah.
I'll still be here streaming as Hime. I know I am on and off, but I am sticky mittens here. Well, also this morning we have Project Melody tweeting, I waited to make a statement because I'm always anxious and struggle to find my words. But yes, I'm leaving Vshojo. I was an OG talent, put everything into this company, but I'm beyond devastated at what happened. And I never in a million years thought I'd be saying these words. Then all the while we have K-san. Earlier sending out this tweet, I got a response, but not from the one person I want. And then creating a stream waiting room for this morning, originally saying we need an explanation. Please answer Vshojo. K-san actually bringing on the Vshojo JP CEO to the stream. This as Shibuya Kaho, among many others, were providing live translations from Japanese to
interesting.
English. K-san at the beginning stating, like Mousy said, to prevent leaking my personal information, I had Vshojo handle deals and stuff on my behalf. Then bringing on the JP CEO, that being Loutlot, remarking as a disclaimer, I am still affiliated with the company, which means I shouldn't be here. If I say too much here, regardless of whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it could affect many people, including talents and non-talents. And I can't reply, it's not necessarily because I'm taking the company's side, and there are also things I don't know. Further saying, I've been introduced as the JP CEO, but I'm actually not greatly involved in the operating of the company. I was in a helping role only, really, when a project required using Japanese resources. Many other things weren't in my purview, and perhaps hidden from me too. Also saying, I've heard that the company itself is working on their PR answer. K-san asking this.
I do love that, right? So whenever you actually get to talk to leadership, they'll always be like, oh, well, actually, no one told me anything. And actually, all that's not true. And actually, I actually had no control, and I don't even work there, actually, kind of. I'm just the CEO. I don't actually work there at all. This is something very common. For example, I watched a video last night, documentary, about a girl who was 22, and she had just got her master's in psychology or something. I can't remember. And she got caught with like a little bit of weed back in like 2010, you know, when it was like bad to have weed. And looking back on that, it's funny now, but she got caught with a little bit of weed, and they're like, you're going to go to prison, right? Or you can do a sting operation for us, right? So she goes and does this sting operation, and they won't answer the police will not answer the phone to give her directions. So she just is supposed to talk to the guys that she's supposed to meet, you know, the bad guys, the drug dealers. She shows up and they shoot her in the face, and she dies. And she was literally just doing a sting operation because she didn't want to go to jail. And then she brutally dies, and no one says anything. No one tried to help her. No one tried to course correct. No one tried to come in. No one did anything. So the police chief did an interview live on TV and blamed her saying, oh, we actually weren't really involved. And she actually went on her own plan and deviated from the plan. So actually, like, it's not our fault at all. Like, and she's a criminal, by the way. She's a criminal. And yeah, of course, they all got fired and her family got $2.4 million, obviously. And then there was a law called, I think, Ashley's Law in Florida that was signed in, where you can't just fucking make a random person go undercover and like risk their life because you're threatening them with prison. Absolutely insane. Insane shit. But keep in mind, they're never at fault, even though they're the ones that are solely responsible for putting you in a negative situation. Right? No one's at fault. It's actually nobody's fault.
JPCO about the $500,000 meant to go to charity and saying, simply put, that's embezzlement, isn't it? And further, the question becomes, where did the money go? JPCO responding, I believe it may have been used for operational costs.
Damn. Okay, the fake CEO is totally based. Yeah, it totally went to operational costs, bro. We kept your charity money and spent it. At least they're admitting it. Gerard didn't even admit it. He just got angry looking and said he was going to sue everybody. Right? That dude straight up, yeah, they used it for operational costs, bro. Damn, bro. Damn. 50 likes till 300 and 190 until Naked Snake and Super Chats. Maybe we'll hit it. Maybe we won't. It's all good. I'm just hanging out. I'm just glad you guys are choosing to hang out with me tonight. I've had a really bad couple days. If you follow my Twitter, you know. So appreciate you guys.
Kason revealing, I haven't received any money from Vshojo starting from September of last year. Once again, that's September of 2024 being the last time Kason has received any money from Vshojo. The JPCO also saying, to my understanding, the money flow wasn't good and that they knew about the Ironmouth situation a few weeks ago. Saying further, money was held by the main company and that I couldn't look into the finances personally. Remarking, so I kept asking them about how they were going to get the money back. And then going on to give a little bit of the organizational structure of Vshojo, there's JP and EN, and JP is entirely under EN. The finances of JP are pretty much all held by EN, and JP has its own budget. And so JP has to receive money from EN HQ to pay the talents. CEO saying the amount handled by JP was much lower than by EN. Kason at this time also officially quitting Vshojo on stream, and also revealing that she was originally planning to quit on July 31st, but is pushing this up now to today, July 22nd. The JP CEO saying that the company was lax with its finances. There were questions that we on the JP staff have.
This guy's kind of he's kind of blaming the English branch, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Kind of levying all the, accountability on the English branch. Like they have more issues. They're more funds, more responsibility. Kind of what I'm seeing.
And were asking but didn't get answers to. I suspect they didn't track their money properly. The CEO saying my salary got slashed to less than half starting at the start of this year. Kason later saying talents first, my ass, upon deducing that it would be staff who were paid first and then talents. The CEO saying all I can say is the staff aren't in the wrong. Kason remarking it's not like a
interesting. So who is in the wrong? Right? Who is in the wrong? Interesting.
I want to blame anyone because that's not going to pay my checks. JP CEO saying the biggest problem is that the JP wallet was combined with the EN one. There was discussions to separate the two since the JP side's cash flow was good. So there was talks about separating the two. Kason asking, is my debt going to be paid? And the JP CEO saying that depends on whether the company on the US side can recover. Kason responding, I feel.
Damn. Is my debt going to be paid? I don't think the chances are good. Bro, imagine that. Imagine working for a company for like a year. And you're owed, $100,000, and they're like, yeah, you probably ain't getting paid, bro. That would be brutal. Absolutely brutal. Never sign with a management company. If you have 5,000 subs and you're growing pretty quick, and then a management company reaches out to you, we're going to make you so famous. Bro, don't do it. Don't do it unless you're Billy Hatcher, maybe. Maybe. Okay? Maybe. Whew.
Like I got scammed. Kason further also saying the monetization from streams themselves were not touched by Vshojo, so it's not like the talents, including me, Kason, are entirely out of money, but that's not the issue. It's more like the trust from the fans. Was the company going to add more talents even though they haven't paid me yet? JPCO remarking, yes, Vshojo was trying to add more talents, and upon Kason asking, was the idea that more money would come in and they could use that to cover the outstanding expenses? JPCO responding, I don't think they were thinking that far. Those in charge of adding talents were only in charge of adding talents. The fact that money was drying up was not the reason for adding adding more talents. Kason going on to ask what is going to happen to Nova, that being the primary Vshojo JP talents. JPCO saying the staff and talent of JP alongside you, Kason, Henya, Nova, and again, the JP staff. Regarding all of you, I want to take as much responsibility as I can. My own power is limited, of course. Like I said, I can change your contract so that you, the talents, can get paid directly. How long I can remain in Vshojo is still unknown, but I'll do as much as I can in the limited time I have. I believe you and Henya can still keep going as indies. I'll separate the staff to give you as much support as possible to continue your activities, and I can change your contracts. But with Nova, it's different. It's a whole group. They aren't in the black yet, finance-wise, so it's a bit harder. But the managers assigned to you and Henya should be able to continue working with you, and we'll do our best to continue supporting Nova as best we can. Kason asking, will Vshojo disappear entirely? JPCO saying, I cannot say for sure, and it's out of my control. Lastly, chat asking, will there be an apology from the company? Kason adding, or a statement, and JPCO saying,
I'm surprised the statement hasn't happened yet. I thought that would be the first thing I saw when I typed this in. PS2 cheaper says shyster is the word that comes to mind. Shyster. Disloyal shyster. Thank you, PS2. I appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude.
Sure hope so. Kason saying, in any case, thank you for coming on to the stream, and the JPCO remarking, thank you for having me. Since you joined us, we've talked a lot, and I'm terribly sorry things have ended this way. Afterwards, Kason tweeting, feeling ashamed for all the positive stuff I've said about the company. Turns out to be a effing lie. Yes, go ahead and laugh at me. Why am I so stupid? Why do I not learn? Why do I always try to see the good side of people just to learn they don't effing care? Of course, it's about the money. I'm nothing for the corpos without the money. But you know what? I'm still lucky because I got you. As long as I'm living, I'm thriving. Kason putting on the tinfoil hat.
Well, look, dude. The reason these corpo companies exist is because of money. So yeah, it's always going to be about money. It's never going to be about you. It's never going to be about growing you. It's never going to be about seeing something special in you. Okay. And I can give you an example of that, like parallel to my life, or like, you know, stuff that I've seen. For example, you could take somebody from NASCAR that quite literally could get in any car and win every other race. Right. There's guys that are doing it right now. Like they're coming up really fast and they're winning everything. Right. If those guys didn't have like corporate backing, they would never race again. Does not matter how great they are. It does not matter how much they're owed. It does not matter how much like popularity is around this person. None of that matters. If they do not have something backing them with like $1 million behind them, they would never step foot in a race car again. Right. So yeah, it's always about money. It's always going to be about money. And it's never not going to be about money. So Chair Hard. Is this chick? Chinese or Japanese? This Chinese or Japanese? This is Japanese. But well, there's an English branch. But oh my God, you know. So, thank you, Cherry Tart. Appreciate it. Okay, let's make music together. We're slowly working towards Naked Snake. 2 red boys away from the beautiful Naked Snake. Here we go.
And remarking, I don't believe in anything anymore. Bpop Asia also remarking of their upcoming July 29th event. There is a change. Iron Mouse was originally scheduled to attend. Bpop Asia will not be able to attend. Kason will still attend as scheduled. Henya on Twitter today simply tweeting out, life is pain, Dio. Do be responding, it will all work out somehow, Dio. We're here for you. Henya later on stream confirming she is also leaving Vshojo and is also owed funds, alongside not properly sending out her merchandise. And regarding those in Nova, here we have Hestia Happiness replying to Mouse with Iron Mouse Senpai, we love you. While we have updates from Nagi, Utaru, and Peki, once again, just saying they are aware of the current situation, but will not be sharing just yet. To the surprise of many, we also have the former Vshojo Japan member, Amamiya Nazuma. Now, finally, after all these years...
I gotta say, the phrase flesh tuber is so cringe. I don't know why. It's just weird. It's strange. All right.
Revelations don't end there, as here we have Shoto saying, fun fact, I was contracted for an opportunity to join Vshojo back in 2023, and I'm very glad it didn't go through. Please support Mouse and support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sayu responding, you too, damn, and retweet. Also offering up that Tiltify link. While also we have Shy Lily remarking, good thing I trusted my gut feeling when Vshojo tried to recruit me. Their contract was riddles and red flags and basically legal robbery. This makes me sick to my stomach. Please, if you can, support Mouse and the IDF. For self-linking to the Tiltify, Shoto responding, the way we both dodged a bullet that year. Shy Lily responding in kind to Shoto and also adding more on stream, remarking and confirming she applied to the first round of auditions in Vshojo back in 2021. That didn't go far, but later was in a contract negotiation in 2023, saying these contracts were greedy and exploitative of her assets, remarking Vshojo promised the world to her, but would not put these promises into the contract, saying that she noticed numerous red flags, such as too much for the split between merch and other verticals, Vshojo calling a 50-50 split the industry standard. Vshojo also asking for 5% on all third-party deals, even if they were not involved. Specifically, Shy Lily Lily was stating that she was intending to keep all her ownership of GamerSupps out of Vshojo, then saying Vshojo became dodgy about this, remarking that could be true for the time being, but could be renegotiated later, as Vshojo would also not sign a non-compete with her deals regarding Mythic talent. All the while, we also have Pinky here saying, I was also one of the few people that made it to the last round of the auditions, and just want to say that all the staff that I spoke to during that time were so incredible and kind, and I wish nothing but them and the talent the absolute best going forward. TB Doki here saying,
they're still trying to get recruited. That person is. I had a great time when I didn't make it through. They're great people, and I hope they totally hire me now. Do they have gold check marks because they're corporate property? Either they or their corporate property or their corporate organization is paying for it. The gold check mark's like $10,000 a year, I think. So if you ever see a gold check mark, yeah, it's $10,000 a year. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but I'm quite positive that's the case. What's up, Black Sheep? Hey, Dan, dude. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. Gold check marks for verified corpse. Nope. So no, anybody can buy one. Anybody can buy a gold check mark, from what I know. Now, to be fair, like there's some people out there. Like I think Tim talked the other day about how CAMELcast makes like $140 million annually. That's crazy. That's a lot of money, dude.
I remember editing a 2-minute application to Vshojo back when they were doing applications in 2021. I deleted it last minute after realizing, 1, I was way too small and didn't know any of the girls, so they would never consider me. 2, something told me in my gut to stay independent. I don't think in a million years I would have been considered, but it still makes me go, wow, what if? Please take care of yourself, guys, and be safe. I think many of us small indies at the time were under the impression of you have to be part of a group to be successful or to matter. And a lot of us almost felt pressure to audition for everything to try and keep up and fill scenes. It's very hard to feel otherwise, but I learned that isn't true. You matter just by making content. You matter just by trying. Even if it's 1 view or just posting a video or going live and yapping alone, it's 10,000% true. You gain way more traction and support by joining agencies, but that doesn't mean there isn't any bad things behind the scenes. If something seems perfect.
Yeah, well, they prey on people that don't know how the system works. Like if you knew how to like network and collab, you'd be fine. But the issue is they sign, and I'm not saying this is everybody, okay? I know everybody loves to make that they like to make that distinction. But a lot of these people are socially awkward. They don't know how to reach out. They're nervous to reach out. They have imposter syndrome. They don't want to do any of those things, right? And they're terrified of all that. And these organizations will handle all that for you, right? And that's kind of how that works. I mean, you saw me when I was doing CAMELcast. I had like another large YouTuber on every single day. Now, to be fair, it's a lot of work, brutal. That's why I haven't been doing it, because racing is taking like 80% of my focus. But other than that, yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild, dude. It's just people that they think they can prey on, and also I guarantee you, almost every VTuber out there thinks that they have to sign with somebody to be like to be able to say they've made it, right? There's a $200 a month gold square now. Oh shit, that's not bad at all. Wait, well, that's about $2,200, right, or $2,400 a year. No way, Jose. No way, Jose.
Especially when profits for a company are involved. Odds are someone is unhappy just because that's how it goes with business. Brain VTuber Joel here, remarking, I once applied to Vshojo and didn't even make it past the first round. Not even an email back. My first and last attempt to ever join a company was right then. I've been growing with my community since, and so can all of you. Don't get disillusioned by this. Forge your own path. Yoshi saying, I guess I dodged a bullet too. While Fifi here is saying, I applied to Vshojo 3 times. All 3 times my audition wasn't even watched. Ever since then, I did everything on my own and created my own path as a creator. You can too. You don't need a corpo to grow. I know a lot of VTubers, myself included, the dream goal was to join Vshojo by working your ass off. Don't let this ass cause you to give up your dream. You don't need a company to become amazing, because you are an amazing creator all on your own. Don't give up. P.S. I love all the talents. Let's keep on supporting and loving them. All the while, we have further business revelations. Starlight Daryl here with, I haven't been able to stop crying since hearing about what happened to Mousy, but now is not the time for tears. It's time to give back and give Mousy and the Immune Deficiency Foundation our support. I will be donating my first payout from Music Box of Fate. Further remarking, nowhere near what...
Haven't stopped crying since. That's a phrase, right? That's like a phrase, right? That's not like a real thing. I see that a lot. It's like, I haven't stopped crying since I read this post 8 hours ago. And I'm like, hold on. Hold on. What do you mean? Like you're sobbing over like an internet thing for like 8 hours? What do you mean? That's strange. That's got to be a phrase. Like, because I see it a lot. I haven't stopped crying. It's like, look, I'm not saying you shouldn't be upset. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, That's a lot of crying over like a video on the internet. I don't know, man. That's just I'm confused. I don't know, man. I might be being a dick. I'm sorry, but I think it's just a phrase. It has to be, So it makes me cry every time, every single time. 190 till Naked Snake on the comeback show today. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with your boy today. It's been a hell of a show. Hell of a show. Yeah, dude. All right, let's continue. All right. It's a subject you can't talk about. Epstein stuff, the Tim truck. You can just say the number. What are you talking about? The Tim truck? Is it subject? No, it's not any of those things. No. It's personal. No, it's nothing like that, man. It's like a real thing. It's like a real thing.
Mouse is going through, but for the past year, Vshojo has been habitually late in paying for commissions, sometimes leaving thousands of dollars of my invoices unpaid for months at a time. I tried to be patient, but knowing they were stealing charity money from Mousy while this was all happening makes me sick to my stomach. Shira Beats here, also saying I have thousands of dollars of unpaid work from them too. Had to chase people down just to make sure my friends got paid. They even hired someone to quote unquote help with music stuff, but I ended up managing everything while they got paid for my work. Little V also remarking, oh, so they owe everyone money then? Huh, I thought it was just me. My heart goes out to everyone affected by the Vshojo crap. What an awful situation. We also have Rigaruma with, I guess I'll never see my last payment at this point, which is okay. I hope the best for the talented Mousy. This is all very sad.
It's crazy to me how it took this long. So August of 2024 was the last time a lot of these people got paid. Which is what one person said. How in the absolute hell did they last this long? A whole year? And people were just like, okay with not getting paid for a whole year? Like, how did it take a whole year for somebody to say something? What's up, Zeno? It's crazy to me. Absolutely insane.
But I'm glad to see how everyone stands by her. Dream also remarking, you know what? This makes sense why some of the projects I was working on got indefinitely suspended. Thankfully, I only wasted time on one without pay, mainly because I was personally requested by a Mouse. That's why you make sure to take payments up front, freelancers. Mouse giving us an update today, remarking any artists/musicians that work with me through Vshojo and never got paid, please contact me ASAP. I can get you paid. I'm so sorry. Adding, please message Roxy in order to get everything sorted and you can get paid ASAP. Shira Beats responding, love you, Mouse. It's not really your fault that the payments didn't go through. I just wanted to make music with you and I'm grateful I got to do that. Any missing funds aren't on you. If I do receive anything, I'll be donating it to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Also adding, I still remember when the guy at Vshojo who was in charge of us was too busy playing Fortnite and sending game invites instead of paying us or helping with project management. You can't make this up. Bro was getting a full salary and still asked me for help with everything he did. Meanwhile, I wasn't even getting paid and was basically making this guy money for free. Now chiming in, we have Vebe, formerly of Vshojo, having left the organization 2 years ago in 2023 alongside Silvervale and Yanners. Vebe showing this shot of her in Silvervale at the time and going indie beaches. Now here in 2025 saying looks like nothing's changed between 2023 and 2025 in terms of how the org management moves. Couldn't and still can't say S because of their god-awful non-disclosure agreement that I had to sign. I legally can't badmouth the company. But at least everyone now knows the reason why we left. Vebe then going on to link to Mouse's Tiltify. That Tiltify going over $500,000 at the moment. Yanners had sent in 9,000.
My man's working way too hard on that like weird NFL commentator voice. So you're going hard, man. You're going real hard on that. Seems like they're all jumping on the hate bandwagon. Not saying that their concerns are fake, but why now and not earlier? Well, that's the question I asked. Now, look, there is in no way, shape, or form the Corpo's in the right for not paying people for a year and keeping $500,000 in charity money. Like, yeah, they're definitely fucking in the wrong and deserve to melt like they're doing right now. It is very interesting. Now, there's non-disclosure agreements. Right. Every one of these people probably had non-disclosure agreements. Right. So that's why they haven't said anything earlier. Now, to be fair, if I didn't get paid for like 2 months, now, again, a lot of these people they're not the type of person that would speak up. VTubers in general, they're not going to be the type of person that does that. There's a reason they signed with the management company anyway. I've talked to VTubers that will say they have to have a management company or they will never stream. They'll never make a video and they'll never do anything. They'll just lay in bed. Right. So they have to have somebody give them structure or they will do nothing. They can't make themselves do anything. So there's that. But, also the fact that if it was me, you didn't pay me for 2 months, my happy ass would sing like a canary. I go so hard, dude. So hard, man. It would be outrageous.
$1. They also visiting the chat of Nannerstream today, saying they put me under an NDA that made me unable to talk to any of the girls about it. Not shady at all. Adding, the narrative Vshojo Sheep went with was our boyfriends made us and we were greedy. They didn't know we didn't get paid for sponsors between 2021 to 2023. And lastly, Silvervale. Now here with my heart goes out to all of the communities affected by this recent news. I know it's surprising and heart-wrenching for a lot of people. There's a lot I wish I could say, but I signed a pretty aggressive non-disclosure agreement. They made my mom sign one too. All I can say, it's been bad for a long time, and I warned everyone as much as I could. It was so much worse than you could imagine. The VTubers make the agency, not the other way around. To take advantage of those who trusted you is vile. Never derive your value from an agency. Believe in yourself and your content, because you're worth so much more than you can imagine. Further reacting, we have Kijit here with, yo, shout outs to VTuber groups and the VTuber corporations absolutely ruining the image of any and all groups and talent management for everyone. How can you still be wanting to join the Corpo at this point is wild to me.
Dude, I said that 2 years ago. I said that 2 years ago. I'm like, why would anybody want to join one of these things? You know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. You know? But that's the thing. And here's the issue, right? People definitely need to learn how to do better business to avoid these situations. People get so excited when they're accepted into something. They likely won't even read the contract. And if they do, they'll ask questions, and then the person on the other end will just reassure them that they're totally fine. Right? I've signed contracts in the past where I was like, hey man, here's an issue I may have. And they're like, dude, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. And then the issue comes up in the future and they're like, I'm going to sue you for every dollar you have and take your house. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Hold on. You said, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, hey man, you signed the contract, fucker. You know, so that's a thing that happens like all the time. They'll like comfort you into signing stuff and reassure you, oh, don't even worry about that stipulation. You're fine. And then the stipulations comes into play and they're like, I will kill your whole family legally. And you're like, whoa, what? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, people get really excited when they get accepted and they're like, I'll just sign it. I'll sign it. You know what I'm saying? And they get taken advantage of.
With how many bad examples
I've done the same shit. I've done the exact same shit. So it happens, man. It happens.
Val responded, the splits are god-awful and no one talks about how they want you to give up your only source of income for an indefinite amount of time before debut. It's still a full-time job. Give them their pre-debut VTuber unemployment. Siren here with, I spent a lot of my time on Mouse's subathon to help Mouse raise money for the IDF. Was sick, but stayed up babysitting almost every day, read many bedtime stories, and even made a custom controller for Mouse as an incentive for chat. Too sad and angry to stream today. Sending love. Quinn Bennett here with, the whole situation is just sad, man. So many friends affected. Companies in the content creation sphere are scary. Please don't let this deter you from supporting charities. Vshojo. Really Sweeto replying to Kuro with, so sorry this is happening, dude. Hope you're okay. And further replying to Michi with, we'll keep supporting you, Michi. Curious Cypher also responding to Michi with, love you, you stupid nerd. You're going to kill it. All the while, Tenjin would tweet out, Mouse is still defy with any amount helps. And Ramo Endo of Nichisanji English replying to Mouse with, you're not alone, Mousy. I can't start to imagine the heartbreak you must be feeling right now, but trust on the love you planted in this community. Also replying to Mouse is Chikafuji Lisa with Chroma Shift, remarking, thank you for it.
All right. We've covered the rest of that already, like 5 times. Rain Music said, did you get what I made for you? Never got a reply. Send it to me again, because I went through it like recently and I don't see it. I may be insane. Mick Stellar probably has it. He could probably send it to me. I know he was saying something about it earlier. I haven't been home in like a week. I was in South Carolina at a convention for the last like 5 days, and I just got home like last night. And I had a very bad day yesterday, so I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I shouldn't even be streaming now. I didn't want to stream, but I'm here. Thank you, Rain Nation, by the way. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, dude, it's getting wild as hell. Absolutely wild as hell. And it seems to me like I see something about a Corpo like every couple of months, like doing something nefarious. Like every couple of months, I feel like I see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, God. I got caught up in this Twitter thread, and I hate getting caught up in the Twitter thread. I don't argue on Twitter, so I don't respond. But gosh, to see people say the same thing over and over, it makes me want to die. Right, Mixtail. Well, I don't. That's the point, Mixtail. I don't see it because I remember like so a lot of people say they're going to DM me, and then I never see it. It's weird. I'm like, where is it? I look for it, and I'm like, where is this at? You know. So you were just lazy, Charitard. Thanks, man. Thanks, Charitard. I didn't deserve to be seen anyway. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Not a big deal. All right. All right, boys. I never said I'd DM you. Oh, well, hell. Well, hell. I apologize for my indiscretions. It happens to the best of us. Beep, 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 beep. Billy says for the snake, also what happened with Asmongold? Wait, what happened with Asmon? Oh, I think his dad got diagnosed with cancer. I may be wrong, though. I may be wrong about that. You never respond to me, Ashley. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Okay? Shut your mouth. Okay? Lame. Oh, there it goes. Rest in peace, boys. I worked overtime that Friday, so no thank you. Pancreatic cancer, that sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. I hate that, man. Thank you, Billy. Bubster, oh my gosh, just came in with a damn pink boy. Oh my God. Looks like Fight Milk's off the table, but Naked Snake is within grasp. It's within grasp. It's 140 away. Been a rough week for me too. Much love, bro. Thank you, Bubster. I appreciate you so much, dude. I love you. I'm glad you're hanging out with you, boy. I really appreciate that. My boy Bub is here. The Bub has arrived. Thank you, Bub. Appreciate you, buddy, for all your love, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful man this is. What a beautiful man Mr. Bubster is. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, to remind everybody, I'll be in Indianapolis next week for the race at IRP. I'll be racing both races. I'll be doing double duty. So I'll be going all day long, all day. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, get the hell on it. Diggity doggone. It's going to be so great, man. I'm very excited for that. And then I will be going to Chicago. I'll be going to Chicago for the sim racing convention. I think it's September 5th through the 7th. I'm pretty sure. I hope I have that right. Gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks to Alexander PC for getting me there. Appreciate you guys. What's up? Silent Rage. What is it about this week? All I know is I cannot wait for the week to be over. Thank you, Bubster, dude. Bubster's the man. He's the man. Yeah, it's one of those weeks, dude. How'd the con go, Lord Frieza? Con was great. A lot of fun. I was very, very surprised at how many people came to see me. Because, what it all boils down to is it's a video game convention. And I'm like a race car driver, So it was great, man. Thank you, Bubster. Why am I hearing about this now, Ashley? Because I signed the deal today, like 6 hours ago. Ashley. Thank you, Bubster. I love you. Thank you. Bubster's the man, everybody. Give him some love. Thank you, Bubby. Appreciate you. Second pink boy of the day, I think. Yes. Shani had one as well earlier. Appreciate you, Shani. Thank you so much. 140 to Negative Snake. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that, Silent Rage, man. It's wild. It's just one of those weeks. This is a really strange week. Everybody's going through it. So it's wild. That's wild as hell. Even the guy that copied your onesie on TV. Yeah, dude. Yep. They all copy my ass. That's what they do. All right. Let's move on to this boy right y'all. Right y'all. Hell to the chair. Thank you, bub. All right. Let's kind of get caught up real quick. We're going to talk about our boy Pirate Software, who has just been getting nuked into orbit. And it's so weird. So I found Pirate Software through shorts. Like he always was talking about like working at Blizzard, and that was like all the shorts that I would see was him working at Blizzard. That was like all the shorts. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then eventually they're like a little too techie for me, so I stopped watching them. They kind of left my algorithm. But this dude has been in so much controversy for the dumbest reason. Basically, long story short, for people that aren't caught up on it, there was a big, basically a donation campaign or a petition. Sorry, it was a petition to basically I'm like not choosing my words correctly. To encourage a law to be made to force developers to make games playable. Make like physical games or whatever games playable as long as you own them. So basically, if you bought a game on Steam or something or whatever, you couldn't just like a year from now not be able to play it because the servers are offline, right? Basically like preserve games, right? I'm not explaining it very well, but it's always a fight against DRM, I feel like. Well, at any rate, this pirate software guy like vehemently was against it and like violently, and everybody just went after his ass. Deservedly so, because there's literally no downside to preserving games. Like, what's the downside to preserving games? Right? And he's like, you're trying to force companies to do something. It's like, no. It's like, it's not retroactively forcing companies to do something. Dan Roberts says, rip to Ozzy and hope your days start going better. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate you, buddy. Slayer Production says, did you get my DM on X? Just sent you a song I created to pay tribute to Ozzy, man. I'll check it out. I do not know. I haven't looked yet, but I'll check it out. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Slayer. Double kill. Triple kill. All right, here we go.
Where's the beef? And then below that, he says, didn't mention this to the mods either. Now the challenge is to clear the queue. We were actually able to receive an archived VOD of this stream. As a matter of fact, if I go ahead and jump over here to 7:20.
Why are you wearing a banana suit?
6, we're going to see exactly what I'm talking about.
I wished I could place my head between them and go full burr mode and make...
What? So this is him pulling it up on stream here, and I'll just go ahead and let the rest of it play, as you guys will see that this is indeed pirate software. The information that I'm going to be presenting to you guys in this video is going to, at a bare minimum, showcase yet another example of pirate software being incredibly scummy, or it could also include pirate software breaching the terms of service of Twitch, or at its worst, could actually spell legal consequences for pirate software. Now, at the time of recording this, I've spoken to a lawyer, and I'm actually going to be including a few clips from our conversation that we had, as I think they're useful for this video, but I'm also going to be creating an update video where I go much more in depth with this lawyer after we fully go through the details of all the information that we've gathered. Through other people, we've also been able to get in touch with someone who works at Twitch to go over this possible alleged terms of service being broken at Twitch. I should also make it very clear that the legal ramifications...
Pirate software is the bad guy from Grandma's Boy, just for... I can see it. I totally see it, actually. I totally see that. Yeah.
We're not going to be gone in full depth here, and they are just alleged right now. I'm not saying that he has broken any laws yet, but there is potential. But with this oversized preamble out of the way, let's get into the video. Now, this all starts late one night just a few days ago, when somebody in my Discord, shout out to CK, ends up sending in a screenshot of this tweet. This tweet comes from Guy, and they say pirate software accidentally revealed his DMs with Kronos during the April 1st Twitch Giga Train, showing that they were boosting it themselves. This is why the stream is unavailable to watch. And here we have this screenshot.
So what I'm gathering early on is basically he was donating to himself, or had a group of people specifically donating to him to keep like a hype train alive. Is that what I'm saying? To encourage other people to donate? Is that what I'm gathering here?
I want to make it clear at this point, this is the only thing that we have in regard to this situation. So let's take a look at that screenshot. Now, in this screenshot, it is Pirate wearing a banana costume, or excuse me, a long lemon. And he's on Discord here, and it looks like he must have accidentally pulled up this Discord interaction that he was having with Kronos. That's his lead moderator. Reading off the messages here, the first one from Kronos is, Pirate responds, let me know if you do. Bits is going to be the best way to do it due to the return if you need to save it. Kronos says, bits rather than tier 3s. Pirate responds, tier 3s might be better, don't know. Bits is 82% return when you buy them in bulk. Have you bought any yet? Kronos says, I've done 100 tier 1s on my personal, ready to do 40 tier 3s on an alt, can do bits instead or both. Then Kronos says, did 50k bits at 20 seconds left. Pirate says, okay, what is the alt account? Kronos replies, serendipitous bean, where's the beef? And then below that, he says, didn't mention this to the mods either. Now the challenge is to clear the queue. So that's a lot to throw at you at once, and we're going to pick it apart as we go over this video. But what is going on here? Now, to preempt this, some people might know that Twitch uses this thing called a hype train. Essentially, the more you get donations or gifts in a short amount of time, it raises the level of this hype train. And when you pass certain benchmarks, people unlock things. For instance, last year on April 1st, back in 2024, Twitch's hype train record smashed again by Pirate software. And they go into detail about Pirate breaking the Twitch hype train world record, with his channel reaching level 106 on April 1st. Once the hype train was initiated, it took Hall roughly 3 hours to beat his previous level 55 world record from December, with viewers contributing 54,380 gifted subs alongside regular subscriptions and 8.2 million bits, likely earning Hall a healthy 6-figure sum in the process. And he goes into a bit more detail. Hype trains, a feature that Twitch launched in 2020, are a limited time event triggered when a channel receives an uptick in bits or subscriptions, pushing past a streamer designated threshold. And you can see here that the people that were a part of this hype level 100 train were given the Kappa Infinite emote, dropping in chat for hype train participants. I wanted to show this because it'll be important later, but Vedal is a name of a VTuber who ended up beating that record and getting to a 111 level hype train. And this is what Pirate Software had to say when they found out their record was broken.
So Vedal broke the hype train record. Vedal's Beatles record is now level 111, and that's wild. I think that's freaking incredible, to be honest with you. With help from Valorant, I mean, yeah. So during that hype train, they got an extra 19,000 subs from Valorant, which is wild, like absolutely wild. So I think they ended up with something like 80,000 subs. Our hype train was 54,000 subs, but you guys had given 8 million bits, and that was kind of the difference between the two. No, there's no cheating. No, don't try to diminish what they did at all. I think Vital is an amazing content creator.
Man, I gotta say, that's a lot of money. What do you even do with that? God, like some of these content creators, look, and I'm not salty at all. Now, don't misconstrue me. I would take that money and run. But it is insane. Like when you actually look into the amount of money some of these creators make per stream, it is unfathomable. Like it's unfathomable. Like they could buy a Ferrari a day. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking crazy to me. It's like absolutely crazy. Whew. Tell you what, boy. Tell you what, boy. All right, anyways. By the way, speaking of Hop Train, we are 130 away from Naked Snake. 130 from Naked Snake. That's our Hop Train goal.
I think Neurosam is cool as shit.
So that specific part about cheating, what do you think that Pirate means by that cheating? He said, no, let's not take that away. I don't think there was cheating. Don't diminish that. I would assume that cheating in terms of building up a hype train would maybe be to artificially inflate it yourself by chance coordinating with a mod of yours, maybe your head mod, to keep a hype train alive. I would say that myself. Could be wrong. Interested to hear what you guys think, but let's continue on. And to make it clear, we're not contesting his 106 level hype train that happened back in April of 2024. I have no reason to believe that there were any shenanigans involved with his 106 world record breaking one, as I don't have any evidence of that. And regardless of your understanding of his pattern of behavior, anything like that, I'm not making that allegation myself. I'm not saying anything about that specific achievement. We're talking about this year, April 1st, 2025. Now, I think one of the most important parts about this is validating that this is a real screenshot. And how are we going to do that? Because as it stands right now, Pirate Software had removed the YouTube VOD, and as well as the Twitch VOD ends up deleting itself after 60 days. And I think we hit that threshold. Now, this leak could be the reason that this ended up getting taken down, this VOD, but there's another potential reason as to why. And it actually comes from that head moderator that you saw in the screenshot, Kronos. Now, I had replied to Guy, and I'm actually going to show you two different ones. Guy actually posted this screenshot in a couple of other places. I said, hey, where were you able to find this? Would like to get some more info on this. And then they replied, it's my own screenshot from the stream, ex-subscriber. And so I said, could you send me a screenshot of where that file is in your folder, just so we can see a timestamp of that picture? I know that's weird, but the more info we have, the more we can validate this. And I give my Discord. Well, Kronos replied back, and you guys might recognize this phraseology here. You could have asked me about this one had you reached out. Well, I couldn't reach out to Kronos unless I added him and then he accepted my friend request on Discord, since we don't share a mutual server, which means I can't just message him even if we aren't friends. But he goes on to say, I've spoken about this before, but I guess the truth isn't as compelling. Kronos VII on Discord. VOD was removed to prevent a 2025 repeat of people watching the 2024 video and messaging donators, myself included. Now, I should note that I also said, if you could send me your January comments relating to this, I'd love to have them. Also, sent you a friend request on Discord. That was 12 hours ago. He still has not added me back, still waiting on that response. But I think to remain charitable here, the VOD was removed to prevent a 2025 repeat of people watching the 2024 video and messaging donators. Let's just go with that. Now, Kronos made another reply, and I want to highlight this. He said
interesting. So, like, what's up, Anjali? So, is it to be implied that Pirate Software is reimbursing this head mod, or is he just doing it himself? Is that what's being implied here? Because that would be wild. Now, that would be what was it? What's the word? A dedicated. That would be very, very dedicated right there. How you doing, Anjali? Hope you're doing well. We're 30 likes from 300, by the way.
This before. In January, during the WoW drama, people contacted me and others about donating during the hype train record in 2024. This year, I did less from my main and did some on an alt. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a bit confused about this message. People contacted me and others about donating during the hype train record in 2024. I think he's saying that in the same fashion that they were people harassing donators in the last one back in 2024, he didn't want to have the same issue, so he donated and wanted to make donations from that alternate account. Now, based on how I'm reading this, and again, I could be wrong, maybe I'm misunderstanding what Kronos said, but he said that he did do 100 tier 1s on his personal. Now, if you have an issue with people harassing you and you end up using an alt, I would figure that you would probably send most of the donations through that alt account, but sending 100 separate tier 1 subs, or maybe they were grouped in 5s, 25, maybe did it all at once, that's still putting your name up there. That's still going to get people to message you. So, I mean, having the VOD deleted afterwards is going to solve all of it regardless, so you shouldn't have to worry about if you donated it using your personal account. The VODs have been wiped. I just wanted to make sure I went through both of his messages. I'm not trying to cherry pick here, but let's move on to how we were able to confirm that this existed in the first place. Number one.
Interesting. That's the implication. Work my ass off, but finally winding down for the night. That's me. I'm winding down fast and furious like. I'm worn to the damn bone, and I have to get on a plane Thursday morning and go to Indianapolis and figure all that out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh my God. Billy says, I think the streak might die tonight. The streak literally has almost died for the last like 45 streams in a row. got to happen eventually, bro. Long last name. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man, dude. It's life. I was talking to somebody the other day that kind of related to the situation that I was in, and this is how life is, man. You're gonna hit a rough spot, and the only thing you can do is just like go through it and just survive it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at right now. So we're gonna see what happens. I think I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a little while, but we're gonna try to make it, man. So we'll see what happens.
One, Kronos is not refuting it. But more importantly, number two, we were actually able to receive an archived VOD of this stream. Now I'm about to show you guys an archived VOD of this exact stream where we're able to prove that those leaked DMs showed up in the stream. Now, at the time that I first showed this and the first time that I had found it in my Discord, as that's where it was sent in, I didn't know who had archived this. But I want to give credit to the individual who had this archived VOD, and that is Scorpion from MK on Kiwi Farms. And I want to apologize that I did not know this going into my stream. Again, you deserve full credit for this, and I genuinely go ahead and let the rest of it play, as you guys will see that this is indeed pirate software. You can see his messages between Kronos, the ones that we were just showing you, and then you're going to watch him go ahead and delete the text-to-speech that he just heard.
What? What is this? Where is it? I'm gonna find this. I need to find your message. God damn it! Click, you garbage machine. What? Who are you? Why are you like this? Number 420. Deleted. Jesus Christ.
Now, number one, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's aptly proving that, yes, this is indeed pirate software. He's going through, he deleted the text-to-speech, you heard him talking about it, and he had the authority to delete that message. Now, the other thing I found interesting about this little chain of events here is that he quickly switches to a different DM after he realizes that this is on screen, and that happens before he goes to his Discord, and he looks a bit panicked, but that, again, I'm speculating here, right?
What? What is this? Where
he jumps over to this one first to, clear so you guys can't see what he's saying to Kronos.
Oh, it's over, bro. Like if you have something pulled up on the stream, it's over. There is no going back from that, man. No going back. That's why you just don't need to be doing shady stuff, man. Just don't do shady stuff, man. Just exist, man.
And that's when he starts looking for his server.
Is it? I'm gonna find this. I need to find your message. God damn it, click.
So now that we've confirmed that this really does exist, it existed on that VOD, let's take a look at that screenshot again. So this specific bit up here, let me know if you do. Bits is going to be the best way to do it due to the return if you need to save it. Bits rather than tier 3s. Tier 3s might be better, don't know. Bits is 82% return when you buy them in bulk. Have you bought any yet? And my leading theory here, specifically with that 82% number that Thor is throwing out, has to do with the conversion rate when you get bits into a Twitch stream. Now, as you can see here, when your viewers perform and confirm an action that requires bits within the extension on your channel page, you'll earn 80% of 1 US cent per bit used, and the remaining 20% is shared with the extension developer. So here's that 80%, but let's do a little bit of that math. So taking a look here, I just took a screenshot. It went into a Twitch stream, went to the bits, and you can actually get a 12% discount at 25,000 bits. So that puts you at a $308 price tag. And to make this a bit easier to understand, one of my buddies here actually created this here, so special thanks to them, but we're showing that 82%. So bit is 82% when you buy them in bulk. What he means is if you spend $308 to buy 25,000 bits, donate them, the streamer gets $250. And then of course, Twitch takes its fee, that 20% being $58, which means that $250 is the money going out, like to the streamer, and $308 is the money that you put into the system to give that $250 to the streamer. So that's how you end up getting a return on your money of 81.1.6. Now there is that 0.84%, discrepancy between this 81% and 82%.
I'm still confused as to why Twitch uses bits. Okay, I think it's I think the whole point is it's like, what is the word? Ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? It's just like completely ambiguous, and that's the reason why.
First, I want to go over that alt account that Kronos is referencing. Now, this is that serendipitous bean account. It does exist on Twitch. Moreover, if we go over and look at the overview for this profile, and that's over here on Twitch Tracker, we can see that the account was created April 1st of 2025, which would line up with the timeline of having this alt account created on the same day that this stream was recorded. And then going back here, we can see Kronos referencing what his alt account name is and saying, where's the beef? Now, this is important. As a matter of fact, still in Pirates Discord, there are these answered TTS from 3 months ago, which lines up with that time frame. And here we can see probably the one that I'm specifically referring to here is my favorite ferret is beef, because where's the beef? So I think it's pretty safe to say we can tell that this is Kronos, since he literally said verbatim, where's the beef in the Discord messages between him and Pirates. So we know the other mods, but then right below that says, now the challenge is to clear the queue. Now, what's this clearing the queue? Well, there's actually an answer, and this is in the form of one of Pirate Software's shorts.
What's the TTS doing wait time? So every time somebody donates to do a TTS, I actually have a system, and you can see it goes into this queue. Every time I hit this button, like this, it eats.
Amp cheer 500 loving war within so far as a warlock.
Yeah. Your message then goes into Discord. It actually has a timestamp here to show where that's going on, so you can click on it and it works, right? And then if I don't get to your message by the end of the stream, it goes into debt. And right now, we've given $56,805 to charity since November of last year, because if I don't answer your message, I don't deserve the money, so we pay it to charity.
So I think that's all that you specifically need to know. Now we understand that every TTS that doesn't get cleared through the queue, meaning Pirate ends up playing it for the stream, that ends up all getting donated to charity. And it seems like Kronos is well aware of that fact. And so now the challenge being to clear the queue means that they want to make sure that they get through everything so that none of it gets donated to charity. Now that could be nefarious, but also
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the point is to like avoid paying charity. I think the point is like to continue it rolling. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Microtransactions, but Twitch style. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember one time I got like 20,000 bits, like in a week or something, and I was like, "Damn, that's a lot." And it was like $400 or something. It was like $300. It was weird. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's not a lot at all." Never mind.
So at the same time, I think the goal is that he does want to read through them all because he wants to, appreciate the people that have been sending the money to him. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure their goal is to get through every single one of those text to speeches. And inevitably, they will end up donating some to charity because they might not be able to get through all of them in a single stream. And it ends up being that if they don't read it, ends up going to charity. So I don't really see an issue per se with that. Some people could take it that way. I don't think I necessarily need to make that argument because I think there's a reasonable understanding that, of course, the goal is to clear the queue every time. And it's not just because it's all going into their pockets, although that's the main reason, but they do also just want to respect the viewers that have sent their money in. But now let's talk about that Twitch terms of service and if this is breaching that terms of service. Now this hinges on the hypothesis that Kronos is getting paid back by Pirate through these bit donations that he did. And he did 75,000 bits in total, so $750.
Yeah, that would be why it would be nefarious. Look, dude, if one of your mods telling you that they're trying to keep a hype train alive, if that was like to be considered nefarious, I don't know if I would consider if it was nefarious, right? Like, so if I had a mod and they were like, I'm making sure your fucking Snake Streak stays alive, that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not in DMs, but it's, it's in the chat, right? So, but if I was paying them to do so, which I would literally lose everything because I have $8. But if I was paying them to do so, yeah, that would be nefarious.
Now, of course, there was a little bit less due to that 12% discount, but that's the ballpark here. And again, reached out to see if someone from Twitch can actually better clarify if any terms of service were broken. So at this moment, this is all just speculation, and I don't have any other confirmation. Now, what I'm showing you guys here is from Twitch's legal bits acceptable use policy. Now, I'm just going to read the title of this area that I'm going to be reading from. Bits cannot be directly exchanged for items or services of value. Now, that specifically directly exchange is a bit, convoluted here since it's going directly to the stream, but then supposedly, potentially, Kronos will be getting paid back. The front line reads, don't engage in an exchange of bits for items or services that typically are associated with a cost or value. Communities can gather to achieve a goal that unlocks a benefit or experience for the community, explained further below. Creators can announce benefits in response to individual cheers. However, in each of those scenarios, the activity does not provide a return of anything of value. And down here explicitly, it says, now the don'ts that constitute violations of this policy. Don't solicit bits in exchange for money or donations, and don't request money or donations for bits. Now, this doesn't work because Pirate is not saying, hey, we're, giving you guys money if you give me bits. And it's also not Kronos requesting money for those donations. But if we come down here, we can see this specific point here: selling, offering to sell, trading, bartering, or transferring bits to other users of Twitch in exchange for real or virtual currencies. Now this, we could make the argument that the selling, or I should say offering to sell or transferring bits to other users of Twitch in exchange for real currency would be the equivalent of Kronos donating those bits to Pirate's stream, knowing that he's getting this, as we talked about, that 82% return. Or I should say that that 82% return is going to Pirate. That assumption being that this return of 82% is for Pirate so that he can get it back to him and lower their overhead costs. Now again, there is nothing directly stating outright you cannot, as like a moderator or an employee for a streamer, donate bits to get that money back afterwards. There's no specific ruling on that, or not at least that I've seen from the research that I put together, or that any research with people that I have worked with making this video have found themselves. Now, other examples of this Twitch terms of service potentially being broken here has to come from spam scams and other malicious.
Oh, it's Charitard. With process for donos like that, I'm convinced Twitch is solely for money laundering. Oh, dude, I made videos on this in the past. Now, granted, it was about YouTube, but there was a time where there was random Indian YouTube channels that would have that they would be live, right? And there would just be like $1 and $2 super chats, like thousands of them, all the way down this page with like one watcher on the stream. And they would make $16,000 a stream. They were 100% money laundering. And I made videos about it, a ton of videos about it back in the day. And now they don't do it anymore. It is gone. It's not a thing anymore. Thank you, Charitard. Love you, dude. Intimidator. Hey, everyone. I'm driving home. I'd like to ask to keep my dad in your prayers tonight. He was airlifted earlier this evening for surgery. It went good, but it's awaiting him now to see if he improves. I'm sorry to hear that, Intimidator, and I'm hoping everything works out for you. Thank you for your goal, boy. I appreciate you, dude. You are the man. 110-ish from Naked Snake. Thank you, Intimidator. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you, dude. Thoughts and prayers always, dude. Always.
Malicious conduct. Enlisted.
No. No. What did I just click on? I just changed the video entirely.
Donate bits to, get US law. Now, the last thing that I want to bring up for this video has to do with the potential defense that I see coming out. Because I saw this YouTube short talking about how Pirate, at the start of each month, will donate a bunch of subs to his community.
Monthly ruse will happen every first of the month from now on. You see, Twitch is paying me a lot of money to run ads. I've accepted this deal, but I hate ads. So how do we fix this? I take half of this money, and I turn it into tier 1 subs for you, which is over 200 subs, and then I gift those to the community. So all the people that get those 200 plus subs don't have any ads for the entire month. But since I gifted half of this, 39% of a tier 1 sub comes back to me. And Twitch still pays me a bunch of money on top of that. So I actually make about $1,700, which is more money than I make in a month normally. And also, none of you get to watch ads.
Now, my first rebuttal to this is the fact that it is 200 tier 1 subs coming from Pirate Software. He's saying that he would be gifting that to his community. So number one, we know that Kronos is the one that is dropping these subs. Okay, well, maybe it is Kronos that's dispersing these. Okay, well, if we go back to this DM communication between the two of them, we're going to see that he says that he donated 100 tier 1s on his personal, but they were talking about focusing on either doing bit donations or tier 3s, since those might be better. Bits being 82% return. So we know that the goal of this isn't what's being referenced in the short. It's not to do a bunch of those tier 1 subs at the beginning of the month to help people not watch ads. This clearly is intentionally in reference to keeping the hype train alive, as you see down here.
Dude, the Pirate Software is getting cooked a little bit, bro. Getting cooked a little bit. It's getting pretty spicy. Let me do something real quick. Beep, 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 beep. Here's the issue. People are like really looking into him after this bullshit. After the weird bad take that he continued to have over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? The bad take got him lit up. Well, it got his ass lit up, man. Oh my gosh. I'm worn out, boys. Worn out too much. Went really hard this weekend, man. Went really, really hard. All damn weekend. What's up, Sean? How you doing, dude? We were at the convention every single day. I should have streamed, but I didn't because I'm a bad person. Trying to catch up, trying to get through things, but I have a race this weekend. I have 2 races this weekend. I'll be doing the double. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. So I'm very excited for it. So hopefully it all works out. What's up, Lim Britton? How you doing, baby? Lim Britton, how you doing? We got Lynn. We got Wes. We already talked about Shani. We don't need to talk about Shani. We got Dina. Got Dina. All right. My cat's watching your stream. Why? I'm that boring. Your cat's watching. Sad Lad says, love you, Cody. You're by far my favorite streamer. I'm so sorry about your poop. Rip. I have to be up in 6 hours, but I'm going to keep drinking a bit. Hell yeah, dude. Sean's a bitch. Yeah, dude. I agree. Thank you so much, Sad Lad, for your gold, boy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's an even red boy from a Naked Snake Knot. Hell yeah. Thank you, Sad Lad. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. What races? I like Irish people and Canadians. I dislike both of those, actually. What's up? Now, I'll be racing at Indianapolis IRP Friday. Gonna be a lot of laps. I'm excited. I'm excited. Gonna be fun. JK, love you, Sean. Jay Sledge gonna be driving the bus, bro. You're gonna be driving that bus, dude. I take a cat watching my stream as comment. They yearn for the chaos. Well, I mean, keeping a cat's attention is kind of hard, to be fair. So, 18 likes from 300, you big old bitches. One red boy, $100 from a Naked Snake Knot. We're that close. Girl, granted, we're closing in on the end here. We're almost three hours live. I'm dying, man. I was real nervous about the stream, and also I should have streamed yesterday, but I think I would have literally crashed out yesterday. You know, crashed out. What's up, Mad All Day, MA? That sounds like the opposite of boring if a cat's watching you. I agree. That's what I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Ozzy. I forgot to talk about our boy Aussie Osbourne. passed away today. And so I had a theory on this for some reason. So Ozzy, there was like a special where he and his family watched old episodes of like the Aussie show, like the family, the Osbournes or whatever. And then he had a final like farewell show where he was sitting in that throne, right? Now, to be fair, he was sitting in the throne and he's old as hell looking. He's been through the ringer, but he was singing and doing shit. And then he dies a couple days later. I think, and look, I'm not saying this is a negative thing or anything, but I think he was prepping up a big run. And I want to know what you guys think, because I'm kind of just speaking off the cuff here, but I think it was like an assisted suicide thing, right? Like that's what it felt like. Because now, look, there's nothing wrong with that. Like especially in his situation. I guess it depends on the situation, right? But he did all this like big, like almost like saying goodbye stuff for like weeks. Like, bye. Here's my hanging out with my family. We're gonna do a last Osbourne's thing. We talk about it. Last show ever. Everybody's there. Super huge charity. Amazing. Everybody's crying. And then like a couple days later, he passes away. It seemed that was the case. That just seemed like that would make sense to me, and that's fine. I mean, the dude he's been through hell. He's in rough shape. Maybe that's what he wanted to do. And I don't, there's no shame in that. So maybe you might be right, Sean. Yeah. Might be right. I was fortunate enough to attend the final show in Birmingham. It's surreal. He died weeks later. Yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild, dude. Absolutely. Didn't he and Sharon have a pact that they do that if one of them if one of them became an invalid? I don't know. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you guys are bringing up relevant stuff. It's very, very possible. That's what I saw. And look, I'm not trying to say that that's a negative thing. I mean, it's fucking shit, dude. So I saw your Brian Wilson comment, by the way, Art. Thank you. I laughed at it while I was watching a video. I'm like, wow, of course you're going to bring Brian into this. It's what you do. It's what you do, man. Paul McCartney is older and about to go on tour again. Well, to be fair, Paul McCartney did not. God, I mean, Ozzy was blitzed probably for 40 straight years. He was blitzed for 40 straight years. Right? Whereas I'm pretty sure Paul McCartney did like some drugs here and there, did some LSD when it was popular for a second, and then he probably quit all that shit. I'm thinking that's what he did. He also doesn't look that old for being as old as he is, in my opinion. The new Paul McCartney. He's been vegan for 20 years. How does that work? How does that work? That's what pugs already look like, bro. They already look like that, dude. No, you don't eat meat or animal products, Cody. No, Shanny, shut your mouth. God. Oh, that's not what I was saying. Not what I was saying. I was saying, what does that mean? Like he's been a vegan for 20 years, so he's just living longer. That's not what veganism is. He's a liar. He's a filthy liar. It's a liar. Nobody vegan looks healthy. Yeah, they look like they're all dying. Always. Everybody that's vegan looks like this guy. Everybody that's vegan, in my opinion, looks like this guy right here. God, this dude looks like a fucking, like something from Left 4 Dead. And it's not his, I mean, I get it. He just looks fucked. Like this dude's like, just not aging well, No. I love when articles are like, pay. This article's behind a paywall. Well, guess what? I'm not going to pay that. I'll just go to a different article. What the yeah, okay. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to pay you to read your shitty article on your shitty site that no one's ever heard of. I'm looking for that one picture, and I can't find it. This is a great picture, though. Let me see if I can just open this picture. Yeah, there we go. This guy right here. You guys are going to know exactly when you see him. His name is Iggy Pop. This is what I think of when I see vegans, or I think about vegans, is this guy right here. Is that Bane Kitty? Everybody's name's different. This is what I feel like vegans look like. Is Iggy Pop. Charitard, another sacrifice from Sentinus Peterwood. Oh, Charitard. Damn, Iggy Pop. Thank you, Charitard. A gifted membership from Sean. Appreciate you, buddy. Isn't that the guy from Skyrim? Yes. He does look like he's melting. Now, granted, he's old. He's old as hell. But to be fair, it looks like he's out in the sun 100% of the time, like all day. It looks like he's out in the sun, even like when it's not sunny. Like it looks like he's in one of those countries that have sunlight for 10 months straight. That's kind of what it seems like to me. You know? It's crazy. Vegans are skinny or impeller. That dude is skinny. He's just floppy. He just looks like he's melting. His nipple is literally falling off. It's like the weirdest thing. Like, how do you even get that bad where your nipple's falling off? You know? It's just how it is sometimes. It's how it is. Alcohol for 40 years trying to fix it with no meat equals Iggy Pop. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Sean, that's going to be you. You're going to be Iggy Pop, man. You're going to be Iggy Pop if you keep drinking them 20 beers a day. You ready to be Iggy Pop, Sean? Sean Pop? Iggy Sean? Ready, dude? It's coming for you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, let me talk about the debate I'm in today. And I'm so tired of the debate, but we're going to talk about it again. Because we're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it. Here we go. You guys ready? You ready to have the same debate for the 100th fucking time this year? So it's starting to be spread around again that people, the normie brain, the normie mind. You guys remember the normie brain? Well, that's the brain that resides in the vast majority of people. So this person says the gym bro mind cannot fathom that the guy or the woman on the left KOs the guy on the right in the ring. Yep. We're back on this, right? Where people think that a girl that weighs 110 pounds could knock out a guy that weighs 240 pounds of solid rock. You know, just because she is, I guess, in the MMA. Keep in mind that she only hits for 200 pounds per square inch, and this guy probably hits for 1,000 pounds per square inch, and he's not even a fighter, right? But it's totally fine. Let's ignore all these things. So people, for some reason, are completely brainwashed by movies to think that small, tiny women can beat up 205, 220, 240-pound dudes with their little tiny fist. And I got news for you. I've been punched in the face by a woman as hard as she can punch. And I've been punched in the face by a random-ass skinny dude the hardest he can punch. And I can tell you right now that when the girl punched me, I literally was like, oh, damn, what's up? Like, holy shit, what are you doing? When the guy punched me, I almost blacked out. That's the difference. Okay, and the girl was like kind of jiggly, and the guy was a stick when he punched me. He was literally like a 90-pound stick guy versus like a 120-pound, like little, like kind of floppy girl. It was really short. And her punch felt like when a cat has no claws and it bats at you. That's what it felt like, right? So there's this common misconception that, like, look, I could give you the fact that like maybe a woman that's 140 pounds, like a heavyweight in MMA, could probably beat up a 105-pound like frail guy that's like 5'2". Probably, maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's completely untrained. But there is no reality that exists where a 120-pound MMA fighter or not, does not matter what they do for a living, is going to beat up a 210-pound man. Ever. The guy could could be like Billy when it comes to fighting, and Billy will still win. Because you do not train you don't train out of a 100-pound weight difference. You don't train that. There's no training in that. There's a reason why there's weight classes. There's a reason why a 110-pound guy can't fight a 220-pound guy. Because if the 220-pound guy connects, that guy on the other side might die. At the very least, he's going to get reconstructive surgery. There's a reason why they don't let that happen, right? So that's the issue. And of course, if you go down the thread, people are completely proving the point. This person says action movies have seriously made women believe they can casually beat up men. And I'm scared of what consequences that will be. Well, I think you already see that because a lot of women will just punch men. I've seen so many videos of women like punching men in like public, like at the club, like to punch a man. And the dude literally like Goku, it hits him and he turns and looks at her and then hits her once. And she literally flies across the room and hits the wall. Like a damn comedy film. Right? And it's one of those things where you're like, oops, you figured it out today. All right. This person says a trained female fighter would smoke a traditional bodybuilder. The guy only trains for physique, and while he may be strong, the fighter would smoke him. No, the dude. See, this is the normie brain. A guy, a 120-pound MMA fighter girl could punch a guy that's 210 pounds in the face, and he would literally, it wouldn't even phase him. He'd be like, "What is it? What are you doing?" It would just piss him off. And then all he has to do is grab you, and it's over. It's over. If this is the case, there'd be thousands of female warriors running around kicking everybody's ass, right? And this person basically says the same thing, but tries to say both, but then says the same thing. Most MMA women are going to defeat most common men. No, they're not. I would say probably 95% of an everyday average man would beat an MMA fighter, a woman. About a 95%, I would say. Now, when it comes to trained fighters, no, there is not a trained female fighter on the planet that would ever even remotely get close to beating a trained male fighter. That's never going to happen. Ever. Nope. Gina Carano versus Nick Creator. Well, Nick weighs 160 pounds and Gina weighs like 280 now. She's a freaking beast. So, I don't know. You know? So, let's see what the comments say. They're going to be crazy as hell. You know? Though you need to account for size differences. They really wouldn't. Juliana Pena was UFC champ, and she said she fought a line cook at her old job and got dropped 3 times and couldn't do anything to them. Although he was 6'3", and a 6'3" line cook whooped her ass. It's like, was this before she started training? Look, dude, if you're 5'1" and 120 pounds, you're not knocking out a 6'4", 400 fucking pound guy. You're not doing it. This is not TV. This is not a movie. This is not a fantasy. You're gonna die. Stop taking advice from Twitter. A 240-pound dude will kill you. There's a reason why you see wiener dogs not beating up German shepherds. You could put a wiener dog in a ring, and he fights another wiener dog, and take the winner of every wiener dog ring and get the one wiener dog that survived all 100 fights, put him up against a German shepherd that's never fought anything before. The German shepherd will rip it in 2 in 1 hit. Because the German shepherd weighs 100 pounds and the wiener dog weighs 30. The difference. And I'm talking about a full-ass wiener dog, like a fat one, right? What if the wiener dog knew jujitsu, right? It's so silly. God, it's such a silly conversation. And I'm so tired of watching normies be like, an MMA fighter girl could totally beat up like a guy that benches like 500 pounds. Totally. Doesn't matter. Because she knows how to like throw a punch like Bruce Lee. Like she could break boards with a punch. So she'd like knock him out because she's like, got the speed and like she knows like the combat and stuff. And I'm like, this dude's the head is like the thickness of a freaking bull, right? Like compared to hers. You know what I'm saying? It's so silly, man. Oh my God. Raw strength, an average man would knock out a professional female fighter. Yep. 100%. It's like, that's bull. It's like, what is your evidence? There is none. I'm just saying it because it's like, people are like, you have no idea what you're talking about. I like that one. I like that one a lot. You have no idea what you're talking about. When it rains, it pours, bro. Billy Hatcher says, my final super chat of the night. Thank you, Billy, for the gold boy. I love you. I appreciate you. That's 90 from Naked Snake at the end of the show. I appreciate you, dude. You're the GOAT, man. You're the GOAT, man. And I appreciate everybody for joining me. I've had a really rough week. Pretty much everything, or last 2 weeks, 3 weeks probably, actually. But everything that could go wrong in life has went wrong in the last 3 weeks. So I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me today. There's a lot of people in here hanging out, so I appreciate you guys. It's been a nightmare, but I feel like begun to cope with everything and feel good about life. So at least we're there. At least we survived. So yeah, exactly, John Harris. Exactly. Like, people don't understand the difference, you know? People don't get that like a 13-year-old boy could knock out a 25-year-old woman. They don't understand. Like, they don't understand the sheer, like, they can't fathom the sheer difference. Like, they just think that men and women are similar, and that's the end of it. I'm like, no. Like, it's not how that works. Like, there's heavyweight boxers that are men that hit for 20 times the pounds per square inch that a female boxer does. 20 times. It's like getting hit with a truck versus getting hit with like a half full Monster can. That's the difference. The difference is so staggering that it's unfathomable for people. So they just say, oh, well, it's not that big of a difference. Men and women. A trained woman that's been working out for 10 years naturally will likely never bench more than 25s on each side, ever, in their lifetime. That's not even 100 pounds on a flat bench. A man that works out for 10 years and works on flat bench twice a week can get up to over almost 400 pounds. Literally like 8 to 10 times the lifting rate of of a woman that's trained. Men go into the gym that have never lifted before and they bench a plate. 98% of women that train for 10 years will not even bench half that. And a dude's never been in the gym before. I've watched floppy, skinny dudes with little beer guts come into the gym and bench a plate before. I've seen that shit. But I've seen floppy, skinny girls come in and they can't even bench the bar. Like, they have to go get the 10-pound, like, bicep curling bar so they can lay on the flat bench and push it up. Like 10 pounds. Which means, like, if a heavy chihuahua laid on them, they wouldn't be able to get the chihuahua off them. That's the difference in strength. It is staggering. It is not just big. It is staggering. It's like a train with 30 cars on it versus like a Jeep. You're not beating the trains, bro. Head-on collision, the Jeep's turning to goop. Does that go for deadlifts and squats? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. For example, when I was really like, when I started actually working on squats and doing them once a week, like 2 years ago, I've laid off the squats because I do not want my ass to be wide when I'm trying to get into race seats because I barely fit otherwise. But when I worked on squats, I got up to 405 on squat, and I did not even take it seriously. And there's only one girl in my gym I've ever seen squat more than a plate. And I go to a meathead gym where everybody's on gear. I have seen one girl do over a plate before. So in 10 years. I did see one girl that do 2 plates, but she was like hyper obese. She was like 350 pounds. So it doesn't really matter at that point, in my opinion. Was it PDH? No. PDH doesn't squat, bro. PDH benches more than a plate, though. But she's also been training for like 6 years. April! Oh, and she's trains with me, and she kind of has the genetics, I think, for it. She got broader shoulders. Here we go. It's April with a $20 super chat. Oh, my God. Love you, April. Thank you, April. By the way, thank you, April. You know, I barely scraped. I barely scraped across the line there. I technically didn't, but it's working out somehow. So I appreciate you so much, April. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are 60 away. Yes, 60 away from Naked Snake. Thank you. Squats are awful. Fuck them. Yeah, I don't do squats right now. When I retire from racing, I'll get back on it. But I can't have a fat ass. Because I will never be able to fit in my race suits again or my seats. You know? And my ass is already like swampy enough. You know, I'm not trying to add that shit to there. You know what I'm saying? Women don't wreck men by fighting. The leg lock that women wreck men with is a different area. Yeah. It wrecks my ass in like 8 seconds, MA. 8 whole seconds. My balls are gone. Empty. Turn this into the gorilla versus 100 men. Internet, do your thing. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the thing. So the gorilla versus 100 men is the same thing, right? It's the same thing. people will try to tell you, oh, there are trained MMA athletes that could beat a gorilla. This is the exact same thing. The same distinction, right? A gorilla is 10 times stronger than a full-grown man, right? A full-grown man happens to be 10 times stronger than a full-grown woman. It's the same distinction. But for some reason, like people online think that like tiny women can beat up a 200-pound man for no reason. But they'll agree with you that a full-grown man could never beat a gorilla. He would die. It'd take 100 men to maybe kill a gorilla. Like 100, maybe. But for some reason, we don't think the same way when we go down another rung. Oh, no, you totally win. It's totally fine. Very silly. Yours is flatter than a natty's. That's what I said, Helena. I said my ass is little, and I don't want my ass to be fat. I'm saying if I work on squats, like for years, my ass will get fat. I mean, it's going to happen, right? Thank you, April. We love you, April. Billy Hatcher says, I lied. Now we're 50. We're a pink boy away. We're a pink boy away from the naked snake knot. Can you believe it? Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you. Billy. Never mind. A gorilla is able to toss a small car without effort. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's because the 100 people are trying to jump on the gorilla at the same time. Who's going to do it, though? You know, like, think about how brave you got to be, Sean, to jump on a gorilla first. You going first? Who's going first to get the gorilla's ass? Not me. Sean, you go. I'll be right behind you. Go slap that gorilla's cheeks. No, thank you. No, thank you. But we are very, very aware as men that we're not going to fight a fucking gorilla because we're going to die. But for some reason, everybody on the internet thinks that like 50% of women could beat up like 20 or 30% of men. And I'm like, what? What? Are you shitting me? You shitting me? Before I injured my back, my PR for deadlift was 215. That's pretty solid. PDH, she did deadlifts for a little bit. And I think she did 215 one time. Oh my God. I used to go to the gym with this girl like 10 years ago that did 385 on deadlift. She looked like a monster too. She had like an 8-pack and her legs were like this big around, dude. And they were cut. Her legs were like, one of her legs were both of mine. She was a monster. Now she was also on an ass ton of gear, but she looked great. So it was pretty cool. I think the last time I deadlift was a year ago, and I did 405 one time. I do not deadlift. I deadlift once a year, and it's probably really dangerous to do it once a year. So yeah, she almost deadlifted as much as my ass, that girl. And she was stacked on gear, and she deadlifted like three times a week, though. So she does good. She does good. My little tiny little cutlets, my little tiny cheeks got 405 one time. But granted, I think I was doing deadlifts like once every couple of months at that point. Or maybe once a month. I don't remember, actually. But I did 405 one time. And I've squatted 405 a bunch of times, and I've benched 405 like a billion times. Yeah, Art, it was like that, yes. Did they clap? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That girl was a faucet. And to me, that's how gear works. So Gabriel says, you going to watch Happy Gilmore 2? Yeah, dude. I was born in 1990. Yeah, I'm watching Happy Gilmore 2. I don't give a fuck how bad it is. I will watch Happy Gilmore 2. It comes out on Friday. Damn it. I'll be fucking out. I'll be racing. Fuck. I just want to do things. I want to do stuff. You're into Fuda? What the hell's Fuda? What the fuck is a Fuda? I swear, if I don't make me Google it, man. Don't make me Google Irakaios! Oh my God. That puts us technically, because the Canadian boy, like $7 away, but we're there. Like a fupa? No, it's definitely not. It's something else. My elder puppy died the day before I had to move out for my new job 7 years ago, and I had to carry him out and bury him. Luckily, I was there to destroy my parents, but he did the best job being the goodest boy. Yeah, I don't even like thinking about it, man. Thank you, Erikias. I appreciate you for the pink boy. Get on it. Doggone it. I love you. I appreciate you, man. Hell yeah. Erikias coming in clutch. Thank you, buddy. We love you. We appreciate you for all your support. Erikias, you the man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Do. All right. Futanari is the full word. Let me just Google it. Happy Going One and Netflix till 31st. If anyone needs a refresher. Oh, I watch it like once every couple of months because it's just goated. Where is it? What is it called? Oh yeah, Fuda. Federal Unemployment Tax Act. Okay, interesting. Fudanari in Japanese means hermaphrodite and is also used in popular culture. Oh, yeah. Bible Black, all about it. Thank you, Irikias. Appreciate you, dude. Irikias! Love you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, dude, I'm all about it. Let's do it. 3 likes to 300, boys. Get the hell on it, DD dog on it. Irikias coming in strong with a pink boy. Appreciate you, dude. Hell yeah. Let me turn this heater off. It's freaking killing my ass. My balls are dripping, dude. You hear that? My balls are dripping, son. Somebody do something. Oh. Thank you, Irikias. Appreciate you. Irikias. You're always a damn sleep, Mick. Damn, dude. You're Mick Stellar, you remind me of all the people at the conventions. I'm like, hey, we're finally getting all together to go like party and have a good time. And then everybody goes to bed. Like at like 10 or 11. Like everybody. And I'm like sitting here by myself, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, are we not gonna like drink claws and talk about stories and shit? I'm confused. 11? Like max. Everybody's like gone at 11. And I'm like, what the fuck's happening? But luckily, I had 2 guys. Now there was people that came in and out of all this. There was multiple people, but every day I had a guy named Freddie and a guy named Sean that like just did whatever I did. I was just like, let's go. They're like, all right. And we just went out and we drank like all night. It was awesome. It was so fun, dude. It was so fun. Oh yeah. I think I'm watching Bible Black after this, man. I need to actually watch that and like pay attention to like what the hell the story is about. Cause I was like 11 when I downloaded that shit for the first time. My mind was blown. Will you play RE9 in third person or first person? Probably third. I think third would be better. I'm not a fan of the first person. Although, I mean, I like the first person, but I think I prefer third. You know, it's hard to say. I don't know. Because I think a lot of the spooky stuff probably wouldn't get you in third, maybe. I don't know. But I prefer a third over everything. It's depraved as fuck. No, that's fine. No, it's fine. Remember though, if you even watch any of that, you're basically a criminal, from what I've heard. Bro, like hearing like 50 or 60-year-old like people's takes on anime is the wildest shit you'll ever hear in your life. Not as bad as Boku. Is Shani gonna watch Bible Black? Yeah, you're gonna watch it. I don't think it's on anything, and if it was, it would definitely be censored. Banime. It would definitely be censored. They don't want people watching that shit. It's too much for your mind, even though it's a cartoon. Did you see Tammy Slayton is like lost 1 billion pounds? Dude, I remember when she was the size of a house. Like I remember this version of her. Look at her now. Hot diggity. I bet walking around feels insane to her. She probably feels like she has like no, like she's on the moon. Like moon gravity. The craziest thing about Tammy Slayton was the fact that her forehead got fat. Like, how does your forehead get fat? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Her forehead had a fucking fat belly on it. She had a forehead gut, like a foot. It's crazy. At any rate, she lost all of her weight, and it is crazy, like what your muscles do when you're overweight. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's I've ever seen that was like morbidly obese for decades, when they lose all their weight, they have this strange, like overpronounced like muscle areas in their like certain parts of their face that make their face like bulbous. And it's like, and I think it's because of their muscles trying to keep up with their facial expressions, make their muscles like grow in certain areas, and then it just makes them have a giant circle head for the rest of their life. Because obviously you're always working out your face because you're moving your face muscles always. So they're never going to be relaxed. Therefore, you're going to retain that, right? It's crazy, dude. She let the weight loss go to her head. Aw, bruh. Yeah, dude, I remember when I was a teenager, I was 270, 280, 260. I was up in that range. And I lost 100 pounds. 120, to be fair. Probably 110. I can't remember. I never really weighed myself because I was always terrified. I remember weighing myself at the start of it, and I was a fat mole. But at any rate, I got down to like 150. And I shit you not, I could like squat down and jump. I remember like hopping around and jogging a little, and it felt like I was floating. And I was like, this is crazy. It happened really fast. It was like 3 or 4 months. It's the weirdest shit that's ever happened. I was like 17, and I was like 260 pounds ish. And the Halo release happened, like the midnight release for Halo, right? So like Halo 3. Halo 3 midnight release was September 25th, 2007. Okay, cool. So by the time like February 2008 had happened, I was 140 pounds. I was like a stick. Because I remember like when I had turned 18, I was frail. I was like scrawny. But at the Halo 3 midnight release, I was like obese. That it was the weird, and I didn't do anything. So I will tell you, I stopped drinking soda like overnight, and I never drank it again. And I would still just I would just use Little Caesar. I would eat Little Caesars every fucking day because the $5 pizza had just came out, like the hot and ready or whatever. So I was eating them bitches daily, son. And dude, it was great. And that was before I got indigestion too. And I still lost all that weight, and I was still eating fucking pizza. It was probably because I was drinking like 12 sodas a day. So my body was like, damn, 1,200 calories a day, gone, right? Gone. And then my body was probably, oh, damn. And I lost all that weight that fast. It was crazy, man. Absolutely insane. But yeah, props to Tammy Slayton. It's insane. Surgery can't alter the fact that she looks like a dozen generations of inbreeding. Brutal. Brutal. I would like to see her after the like she's gonna have probably unfathomable amounts of plastic surgery to remove all of her skin. It's gonna be interesting to see. I know June. What was her name? Like June. What's that lady's name? Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo's mom. June something. It was like June. Her name's like June Shannon. Yeah, she like lost an ass ton of weight. And she looked really strange. Mama June. Like she has the big forehead and everything. She looks strange, bro. It's weird. It's like, why not go all the way? Like they never like lose enough weight, you know? She got a lot of plastic surgery too, though. So, like she looks completely unrecognizable. I think she looks completely unrecognizable. Looks like she got her gobbler cut off. You can actually do that. You can get your gobbler cut off. Right? So, Ozempic works, man. It really does. It fucking works. It helps out a lot, dude. Thank you, Eric Haas, for your pink boy. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. So, same thing with the Bub. I appreciate you, Bub. Same thing with the Shan. Appreciate you. Same thing with Billy. Appreciate you guys. We got a bunch of orange boys. Oh, Hack Dog. Vice, baby. TMF Squid. Big Mike. Oh, Matthew Fashion. Appreciate you, dude. Oh, and April. Damn, we got 6 orange boys. It was an orange ass night. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Appreciate you guys so much. Eric Haya is getting us right there, almost a naked snake with one hit. What's wrong with big foreheads? There's nothing wrong with them. I'm saying like fat foreheads. Like if you have like a gut on your forehead, that's weird. That's strange. Oh my God, dude. Beep, beep, beep. Gonna go fat. Oop. Somebody's like talking about racing in my DMs, and I'm like, gonna go fast. And I say, gonna go fat. Gonna go fat. That's me after the stream. Nah, I'm eating pretty good today. I had some grilled chicken earlier. I'm eating good. We hit Nick in a thing. No, we did not. The Canadian boy is tricking you. We're $7 away. But I mean, that's pretty damn close. Once I do it, the stripper dollars will get us there probably. TLC rebranded to TLC with the shift in focus to reality TV. They straight up said this is not the Learning Channel anymore. Just 3 letters. Dude, do you not remember History? Bro, I used to watch the History Channel when I was a kid, and like the World War II shit and like the pyramids and stuff. I love that shit. And then like as I got older, I liked American Pickers a little bit. But dude, out of nowhere, it was just like slop. It was absolute slop reality TV. Like the most slop you can possibly slop into my slop face. It was crazy. They would unironically have a reality show where the people are talking and they are not actors, by the way, but apparently the viewers are stupid enough to where they think it's real. So it'll be like, Dale, did you say you're gonna pick up that motorcycle today? Nah, Daryl, I did not do that. Thought I'd go by the barn first. Oh, did you know that bear is still in the barn? Music plays. What? You serious, Daryl? There's a bear in the barn? Better stay out of there. And then it goes to like the camera where they're like sitting in a chair, and it's like, Daryl tell me there's a bear in the barn, so not going out there. No way, no how. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? It's the worst shit I've ever seen. Pawn Stars, those guys did decent. Like, I'm actually surprised. Now, the old guy didn't, but like the main guy, he was actually a decent little actor, like for what he did. Like the bald guy, the main guy, the dad or whatever. He did pretty good. All the other ones, like Chumley and all them, absolutely nightmarish. Like terrible. Just use the bald guy. Everybody else is not an actor. Bald guy did pretty good. You know? Shut up, Ashley, you bastard. Look at Billy lying about his super chats. By the way, Billy, I skipped 3 streams. 3. Where's my 3 Red Boys you owe me? You're banned. You're being put in the ban and driven away because you're banned, Billy. I think Chumley got in legal trouble. Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you, Billy. I love you. I appreciate you. Snake and Snake for sure. And Ashley does it too. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? Hot diggity damn. Because you're spending your money on fucking Switch 2s and shit. Billy, stop. Stop buying Ratchet and Clank Remaster Volume 8. No more. Okay? It's my money, Billy. Even the Pawn Stars is scripted. It's still interesting. It was all right. Sometimes I see a short and it's about Pawn Stars and it's all right. Like none of it's real, but I mean, you get to see stuff and that's kind of cool. Somebody that went on Pawn Stars one time I talked to before, like at a convention, and they said Pawn Stars is basically a show and tell show. Like the people don't actually sell anything. Now there is a real pawn shop, but the people that go in on the show, they don't actually sell anything, right? The people that go in on the show, they're doing a show and tell. So they'll take like something they may own and they'll pretend like they're selling it to show it off. So it's like a really ornate item. They're going to show it off and it's for the TV episode. And then they leave. They don't sell anything. It's a show and tell thing. So anyone watch Viola Bam? Oh, fucking love Viola Bam. I'm probably going to watch it again. I'm probably going to watch Viola Bam. I'm going to download it or something. I don't think it's on anything. Charizard, I did like a lizard lick towing. I did like it. He's trying to get back in his car, getting repoed. Get him. Go get him, Jimmy. Thank you, Charizard. Appreciate you, dude. Oh, man. I love Evil Bam, bro. The blisters on my hands from building furniture the last 2 days are fucked tomorrow. Why you got blisters on your hands for building furniture? Are you using the Allen wrench they gave you and nothing else? Is that what you're doing? Are you still doing that shit? Bro, Ashley, stop. I used to, when I would buy like bullshit IKEA furniture that came with the Allen wrench, I would just get a drill and get the Allen wrench bit like that I already have, and I would just use that shit and put it together in like literally 4 minutes. There's people still using them little bastards doing this. Like, what are you doing, dude? Bro. Charitard. Yeah. Love you, dude. Why do I have all these numbers after my name on your channel, but every other channel I just have Earthly Clan? I have no earthly idea. I tried to Google it to see if I could figure it out, and I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to do something. Google would not tell me. You know, they would not tell me. I screwed over because I thought my drill would be too strong, and I didn't want to fuck it up. What? You know what? Maybe you do have a big ass forehead. How about that? Oh shit. My numbers are the same as they've always been. Yeah, Shani just didn't change her name. It's the same name. Same as Billy. Yeah. Thank you, Grifty. Appreciate you, buddy. What's everybody's favorite Aussie song? You know what I like? I like Dreamer. I think that's my favorite Aussie song. Weirdly enough, I think Dreamer is my favorite Aussie song. And no one talks about Dreamer ever. I fucking love that song. War Pig. War Pig. Crazy Train. That's the best Aussie song, bro? Or is that the only one you know? Bro, I changed that shit immediately. Fuck Crazy Train. I'm tired of that shit. Ba 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 ba. Oh, fuck. Now we're going to go into the weird upbeat section. Yay! No! War Pig for me. Is it not War Pigs? Is it War Pig? Is that an Aussie song? Are we fucking around? Is everybody fucking with me here now? Iron Man and War Pigs. I'm getting trolled hard today. Mama, I'm coming home. That's a good song. Oh, fuck. Are you serious, Art? No. I've goofed. I've goofed. Iron Man, you fuckers. I meant Aussie song. Stop. Stop messing with me. Can't do this anymore. You mean Aussie song gives me Black Sabbath song. I will throw something. That's like saying fucking Heaven and Hell is goddamn Dio's best song. I'm like, no. His best song is Last in Line. It's a good song. Mac Sabbath. Well, I don't even want to do it, man. Don't do it to me. Changes and good, Mama. I'm coming home. Mr. Tinker Train. Ah, Mr. Tinker Train. Oh my God. What's up, dude? Hot diggity damn. Find me some good fucking food. Perry Mason's goated you. Who's left of the OG Black Sabbath? Butler? Gerard Butler? That's not the same Butler. Spartans. Geezer Butler. I think. Is Geezer Butler still alive? Bro, I don't follow Black Sabbath as much as I should. My favorite Aussie song is the one where he's yelling at the ocean on the TV show. I don't know what that one is, M.A. Damn it. I feel like you're being slanderous. I will pull up your fucking acoustic songs right now and play them live. You want to get roasted, M.A.? We're about to do that. I'm about to roast you. Oh, man. All right, okay. Best Aussie song is called, oh my God. Oh, God. You know what? Fucking Art. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. The one he did with Post Malone was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I like that. I unironically like that. Post Malone was keeping it real. It's pretty good. That was a couple years ago. It was, what, 5-6 years ago? I enjoyed it, dude. It's a shame I never. You're not gonna do that. Well, you what? Wait, what? You don't think so? Hold on now. Give me a second. Just give me a second, real quick. Wow, interesting. Mog. I'm terrible with song names. Gotta play them and see if I recognize them. You're not terrible. You just don't care. That's what it is. You just don't care. You don't care about our boy Ozzy. Bro, her eyes are so far apart. What the fuck? I'm already tired. No, Mick, you got to stay up, bro. We're making Fight Milk. I'm staying alive until we hit Fight Milk. Sorry. I've made that promise to myself just now. Y'all see Toyota's making their own Supra again or BMW parts? Oh, finally. Finally. Yeah, man, I think I'm out of the new car game for a long time. Until I'm done racing. What is wrong with you, Art? Jesus motherfuck. How much to Fight Milk? $4.90. We're gonna be here a long time. Give me one of them 24-hour shows. I'm gonna eat ramen and slurp it into the mic. I'm gonna play MA's acoustic stuff. Slurp it into the mic. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, dude. Fuck those sleepy boy pussies. It's wild how Ozzy's last song ever performed was Paranoid, and the last line of the song is chilling considering his soon death afterwards. Yeah, dude. Just bought a 2016 Civic. It's a godsend for the gas prices here in Cali. Bro, I would rather die. I have a 6.7 Cummins diesel, like a Dodge Ram. And diesel's like $3.30 here. Maybe a little bit lower. And that's manageable. I bet diesel in fucking California is like $8 or something. That's like triple. Why? It's crazy. I would rather die. I'm not a gas saving guy. Gotta have me a V8 or a monster diesel. Yeah, Grifty, I agree. Is wild. I saw a really cute post. Hold on. About that. Hold on. Where is it at? Hold on. It was like like Mama, I'm coming home. It's a really cool picture. If I can find it. Oh, I spelled Gome. I'm going Gome. We're going Gome. That sounds like gooning or something. There it is. It's a great picture. I really like it. Now, one could argue Ozzy might not be going there, but I like to think that this is true. I like to think that this is found footage. Love my V8 350, but that 9.9 ethanol ain't cheap. I put 93 in my R8, and it was fine. It wasn't that expensive. Granted, I don't drive anywhere. I don't drive far. The furthest I ever drove my R8 was Nashville. This looks like something out of Elden Ring. I thought you didn't like cute stuff. This is manly. Let me clarify. This is manly, not cute. This is based, not cute. Manly and based. Also based, Ashley. Much love. I take back my forehead comment. I put Rotel in my Mustang for spicy results. Rotel. I think he will imagine how many children were born because of his music. It's more children a good thing. God ain't let a devil keep someone that cool. No, I agree. Like, you think God like isn't into some heavy metal? I think that's like propaganda, right? I think saying, oh, because guitars are distorted, the drums are fucking double bassing a little. I think the conflation with that being like scary demon music is totally propaganda. He's getting just all he has to do, John Harris, is say he was joking. Beep 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 beep. Long last name. That was a fucking reach, bro. You reached hard on that one, didn't you? Just because you don't want children doesn't mean the rest of the world shouldn't. Never fucking said that, even a little. My man reached. You grew a fucking 30-foot arm and you reached, bro. I said, is more children necessarily a good thing? Just, you shouldn't say people shouldn't have children. Whoa. I was making a fucking joke because I don't like kids running around screaming. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm just making a joke about being on a goddamn plane and there's a fucking baby screaming. And I'm like, fuck, stop, you son of a bitch. That's all I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That's the mindset. They got my Pokemon cards thrown away in 01, bro. I was not part of that. My family were totally cool with Pokemon, and they were totally cool with Harry Peter. It was great. It was great. Yeah, dude. God invented all types of music. You saying God's black? Is that what you're saying? False. Not all live might well be lived. But one decent person can change communities. Yeah, Jay Sledge, you a bitch, by the way. you fucking, if you just drank, we could have partied all night. But you suck. You don't do that. How do you have fun, Jay Sledge? I'm at that point in my life where I can't have fun without some claw, bro. Just can't have fun without that claw, son. How do you even enjoy life, Jay Sledge? What do you do for fun, man? Who we cuffing? Ronald Reagan was the devil. I'd love to party with you, Sherry. Hell yeah, baby, what's up? I could have come hung out with you anyway, Jay Sledge. You could have, but it would have not been fun for you. Because when we get sloshed, it's like silly. You're going to be like, these people are being real silly. We're like doing this and singing bad karaoke. Like, looks like we're dancing. It looks like we're at church and we're dancing. We're feeling the music in our fingertips. That's what it was like. We went to this karaoke club and we were like, but we were drunk. It's what was happening. Public Enemy and Run DMC were pretty religious, really. So it's perfect, Sherry. Well, there you go. My next con will be Chicago. Mike Montgomery's and Melanie Mac. Bro, I drank whiskey with Melanie Mac. I'm pretty sure. I'm quite positive. Quite positive. This was years ago, but I'm quite positive I drank some whiskey with Melanie Mac. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, though. Reverend, is there some conspiracy? That may be very recent, right? This was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So maybe she did 4 years ago. But maybe she didn't either. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she was drinking whiskey. Or at least something like that. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably literally slandering her name. No, John Harris. I did not put the special sauce on Melanie. She's way too old to fall for my tricks, bro. She's fucking heard it all before, bro. My tricks don't work on her. You're so unique and beautiful. I've never met that girl like you before. She's heard that shit. She's heard it don't work no more. When you stop dating below like 26, that you gotta be like real. That's what they respond to. That shit don't work no more. You gotta be real as hell. I don't give a damn, and I'm trying to chill. And they're like, all right, cool, fuck. That's what chicks that are older like. You got to be real with them. Next call will be a GoFundMe like the one I made when I pretended to be Carmelo Empty's family, bro. Rolls eyes. Hey man. Yeah, Ashley. No, that still works on you, Ashley. You got a simple mind, though. Damn, Ashley, you like a girl I'd never met before in my life. You're like, oh my God, swoon. Oh my god. I'm pretty real though. No, Jay Sledge, look, Jay Sledge. You're kind of weird. But in a good way. Like you're nice, weird. Like you're nice. You're like pleasant. But you're hyper attractive. So you're fine, dude. You're fine. You shouldn't have any trouble. A very pretty man. The prettiest man that came to meet me at the con was Jay Sledge. We're all weird in a way. Older you get, the easier it gets because life gets harder. Hell yeah. Best pickup line of all. Of course it's loaded. You think it would aim at a loaded gun. I'm an ugly man. You are, Billy. You are ugly motherfucker. I'm joking, Billy. God, you can't just fucking say that shit in my chat. You can't say shit like this, bro. Because I'm going to be like, yeah. You should be ashamed. Oh, fuck. That's funny. I said I was going to be alive until Fight Milk. So, how long y'all staying for? Mick looks way better than my fat ass. That is true, though. That's unironically true. The older women get, the more they are left alone. Damn. Long last name over here, fucking just speaking dark facts. He's being dark in the chat, boys. I'm going to be dead inside by the end. I've been dead inside for 10 years now. Oh, yeah. Billy says I look like I'm in my 20s. Like a very bad 20, right? I look so young. Yeah, compared to what? Okay. I got a whole night and no money. Oh my God. What a terrible fucking combo. So you only became a man 10 years ago? Yes. No, unironically, yes. I was like a boy 10 years ago. And then when my ex-wife left, it forced me to become a man. And then I started doing everything to build myself. And it worked. It all worked really well. Now I'm just like trying to fucking survive. I CP. You speepy. What? Don't use baby talk in my chat. Chai tea. Okay. I'll fucking DM you right now. Ball pictures. I got a tattoo on my balls that says "Do not fucking be cutesy in my chat." I have the text on my balls. Don't do it. I love how I'm ugly, man. It's just still on the screen. I'm ugly, man. I was the baddest bitch at the con. Yeah, you were the baddest bitch. I'm saying Jay Sledge was pretty. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mick Stellar seen the balls. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. What are you doing, April? You working? What are you doing? I'm 40, but my penis looks like I'm 8. Oh, fuck, bro. Jesus. Oh my God, dude. Damn, Justin. You killing me. I had the best beard at the con. Yeah. Tattoo on my balls that says "Eat me." Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, dude. I blame Rosa for the EP thing. It's the cutesy fucking thing that all VTuber girls do. Look how cute I am. I'm so cute. It's like, no. It's like, how about you go to the store and buy milk? And they're like, I would rather die than leave my house. And I'm like, exactly. No, thank you. Shrimp game. These even work anymore? What is that? I don't even know what that is, Holocron. I just got an order for 12 tumblies. Hell yeah. 12 tumblies. That's some shit right there. Oh my God. I shaved my balls so they can slide across concrete better. Wow. Brutal. My son's kart engine just died mid-season. That sucks, man. That sucks. I mean, they're probably not too crazy, right? Like, what are they? Like, how much are they? A couple $1,000s? I don't know, man. I have no idea. I just know our engines, if you got an engine blow, you're like, okay, I may not be racing for a while. Them bastards are expensive, dude. Unless you go legacy, then they're not that bad. They're like 15 grand legacy. But if you're going spec, they're about 45 to 80. You might be able to get one used for like 30, though. Rip to Aussie, bro. Rip to Aussie. What's up, dude? Chronic, how you doing, dude? Rip to the Prince, Blake Bam Bam. Yeah, dude. Ooh, that hurt. Big shout out to all the boys today. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for all your love and support. Billy, I think he's the lone red boy today. Let's make sure. Billy is the lone red boy today. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, dude. Shanny, for the first time in forever, dropped a big fat duck pink boy on my face. So did the Bub. Appreciate you, Bub. So did Irakias. Appreciate you, Irakias. Of course, we got April in the mix. Thank you, April. I love you. April, Ingrid, Matt Falchin. God, these names. We got Sarah Ray. We got Ashley, Big Mike, Squid, Boss, Baby, Mr. Hack. Appreciate you guys. Love you, dude. Wonder if I grow my ball hair out long enough, I can make a ball braid. Nah, man, they fall out. They fall out, dude. 4K? Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, it sucks, but it's not that bad. Wow, Art. That's pretty clever, actually. What's up, Mob? What's up, Mob? How you doing, man? We've been live for like 4 hours. I'm just talking to chat right now. We covered so many topics today, but my ass is grass. My ass is fried. What's up, Granola Grin? How you doing, baby? Try to grow my ball hair, but they stopped growing after 3 years. Yeah, dude. Now, every once in a while, you'll pick one that's freaking like a foot long, though. Charitard's the last super chat of the night. Thank you, man. With the Lizard Lake Toe and super chat. I'm going to keep it up there since the last one until we log. Appreciate it, dude. It's Del Keown's birthday. Oh, my God. I need to DM him. Happy birthday, brother. I love you. Go to sleep, Mog. You ain't got to stay with my ass. I'm a bitch. I'm a worthless bitch. You don't have to stay with me, friend. Mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Beep, beep, beep. No Mog has to stay with me. Happy B-Day. Happy B-Day, Connie Z. Who the hell's Connie Z? Who's ready for the sequel album, Diary of a Dead Man? Oh, Sean, you don't start fucking doing the art shit, okay? I'm already depressed enough. I already have one of those son of bitches. Now you're doing more. Oh, Connor's Elite. Okay, cool. I was confused. I was like, hey, what the hell? We talk about Hunter Biden's interview. I haven't even watched it. It'll be up in 4 hours. Ashley, what are you doing? Go to sleep, you goober. What the hell, baby? What the hell? Why are you awake? I should have a new video tomorrow. Obviously, it's already scheduled. I just haven't fucking clicked go. I'll be live tomorrow. I will be traveling Thursday, but I might be live Thursday. I'm going to be live at the racetrack at some point. I'm doing it. I'm forcing myself to do it. I might do it in between the truck race is probably right after the ARCA race. I'll find a 2-hour gap and I'm going to stream. And then I'll be home Saturday evening. I might stream Sunday. I need to make it work. John Schmidt, because if I don't, I'm going to fucking lose everything. So I got to make sure I really fucking do my due diligence here. He has to wait 3 years to get a beer. Imagine winning in NASCAR at that age. God, that'd be cool. When is the race? Like all day Friday, man. Like I'm racing the ARCA race and the truck race. So just all day, man. Like I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule. I'm just gonna be like, well, I guess I'll show up and see what happens. It's gonna be a long day, dude. Let it go. Let it go. We'll see in Hunter's dick in Congress not enough. He had a pretty fat penis from what I remember. I always said the opposite. Like everybody's always mad about the Hunter Biden and stuff. I always thought like he's kind of based. The dude was legally able to like smash hookers, tons of them who were likely underage, do drugs like on camera, no one cared, and he just fucking just goes home and it's fine, no one cared. That's pretty base, bro. Like, look, I'm not interested in doing any of those things, obviously. I think that's abhorrent. But the fact that you could do all those things and just fucking not just go home, whoop, like that's pretty fucking cool. Like that's like a movie. It's like a movie character or something. Did all that shit. Both races on Friday, Jeff? Yes, sir. Bro, the Allied Cloud is fucking Now, I haven't seen it yet, but I've been told the Allied Cloud is like all the way down the side of the car, like fucking several feet long. It's going to be beautiful, dude. I'm excited. Beep, 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 beep. That isn't basis of being protected. I mean, yeah, no shit. Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying, like, imagine you do like heinous shit and then you just never have to like answer for that. That would be kind of cool. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what he did was good at all. It's awful. I'm just saying that the fact that you could do it and just be at the White House and be like, "What's up, bros?" Like it's kind of cool, right? Like I'm just saying. Hunter Biden gives 0 fucks, and I guess that makes him cool. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like the thing, He did it, man. He did the thing. I'm coming home. That's some serious nepotism. Yeah, he's like the king of the nepotism. He did it. He did it, man. He did everything he wanted to do and didn't have to face anything for it. That's wild, Buzzy. I'm sorry to hear that. McAfee's pretty crazy. Yeah, dude. Charitard, I love you, dude. I appreciate you. We're going to probably close it on the Charitard super chat. I'm probably going to do that from now on. The last one of the night, I'm going to keep it hovering. And also, I like Charitard's PFP. It's funny. So, I've been playing Classic WoW on the Turtle servers this whole time. The Turtle server? What the hell is this Turtle? David Kelly was so deep. Imagine having that kind of freedom. That's insane. Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking wicked. Look up Turtle WoW. All right, I'll Google Turtle WoW, J Sledge. Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW. A fan-made expansion story for World of Warcraft Vanilla that delves deeper into exploring the original lore of the game. Turtle WoW is free fan-run Vanilla Plus server that builds upon original World of Warcraft Classic with custom content. Interesting. New races. I wonder what the new races are. Interesting. Ooh. I look forward to your stream. I look for your stream. Hell yeah, dude. All that money you made off deals with the Saudis. Oh, wait, that was Jared Kushner. I don't even know who that is. I know I've heard that name before, but I don't really know that who that is. Okay, where is it? I had something pulled up, and I don't remember where it went. All right, we're going to leave Charitard up while we do Naked Snake. New races are white. White. Human white. White human. That's your race in WoW. White human. What was that? Did anybody see something fall just now? It sounded like something just like horrendously fell and exploded. No idea. No idea. All right, then. Well, no idea what that was. All right, boys. Here we go. Let's leave Charitard up here. It's time for Naked Snake, guys. Get ready. It's that time again, boys. It is the 484th Naked Snake in a row. The MG Law rated us at a very interesting time to be rated. Uh-oh.
What a thrill.
Here we go, boys.
With darkness and silence.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate the raid, dude. Helena and Donna, let's go.
I'm searching, I'm melting to you.
Maybe not. Oh my God.
What a fear in my heart.
Oh, now you guys start super chatting.
But you're so supreme.
Here we go, boys.
Not for honor, but for
Snake eater in my time. There be nobody else. Helena, Donna, crying. It's the way I fly to you. Maybe not with 5 gifted memberships. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Thank you, maybe not. Here we go. Shotty.
Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I give my life. Not for honor, but for you. Ashley! Even Sean, wow. In my time, there be nobody else. Crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Hell, yeah. Get on it. Diggity doggone it, boys. Here we go. Oh my God. Can you believe it? We did it again, boys. We did it again. Shout out to the boys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the goats. The goats, I tell you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. MG Law rated us at such a funny time. Right when I was about to get off. But I took my shirt off. So hopefully you guys got off and it's all good. Hell yeah. Who comes? Oh, Night Rain. Lumi. We could raid Lumi. We were talking about some cool VTuber stuff. Lumi. How do I find that? Where do I find Lumi at? Lumi? Where's Lumi? I don't see Lumi on here. What? It's right there. Lumi. Hold on. Sometimes stuff don't pop up for no reason. There it is, right there. It's literally right here. It's right here. Lumi right here. All right, we're going to do this. Yeah, we'll do this. All right, we'll raid Lumi. You're taking a fat dookie. What the fuck? Sad lad. Hold on. Sad, you silly. Sean Games, drunk as a bitch. Thank you, sad lad. Appreciate you. Say Cam raid in the chat. I'll see you guys over on the Lumi. Give it some love. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, of course. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. Thank you, maybe not. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Billy. All the people that dropped pinks, Bubster, Shanny, all you guys, Billy, Eric, I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Get the hell on it, DD Dog.